Oh, hey there. Welcome back to the Sea of Souls live streamed, homebrewed, epic Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Well, hopefully epic. It is an epic as in a tale that spans, well, the world spans epics. Yeah, you know where I'm going with that. So trying to like bring the humility in a little bit after I'm like, don't want to make my own story be like, it's epic, I'm the best ever. But I think we got a good stream. I hope you enjoy it. We were off last week from our regular stream. Those of you who tuned in, I hope you enjoyed the Quiet Place, hosted by our
Quiet
very
year,
own
quiet
Ian.
year.
Quiet year, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quite
Quiet
right.
Place is totally
A
is a
little
very
different.
different thing.
Yeah.
Quiet year. But yes, if you haven't, you can check that out on our YouTube channel. It is there if you want to watch the VOD. Something a little bit different, a little bit more narrative and some fun mechanics there. So check that out. And hey, if you like that kind of thing, if you want to see us do some more other games, like one shots of different RPG systems, then let us know, and we can keep that in mind because we're always open to doing new stuff for your enjoyment and your entertainment. But yes, thank you, Ian, for taking the reins last week. And we are back into our regular stream of things with the Sea of Souls. Before we jump into the game, just a couple of announcements. First, we have retooled our Patreon a little bit to include what is going to be a brand new feature for us. I mentioned it briefly 2 weeks ago. We have a monthly PDF magazine type thing that's going to be coming out called Brainstorm, and it's going to be packed full of awesome 5th edition content that you can use in your game. You can use as is or hack and slash it, splice it up, do whatever you need to. We're going to have maps and magic items and kooky adventures and stat blocks and just all kinds of stuff. So definitely head on over to Patreon, become a patron, and support us. We would love that, and it gives you all that access to super awesome stuff, including being able to affect what happens in our game live during streams, which is really cool as well. And if you join our higher tier, then you will get a custom NPC designed between you and us that will be featured in a stream, and not just like, here's this person, here's their name, but somebody that the PCs will actually interact with and have a part in the story. So if you want to get your part in this and become famous that way, and support us and have fun at the same time, then that's the perfect way to do it. So be sure you check out our Patreon. As always, head up to our link tree, and you can find links to all of our socials there. Do all the likes and the follows and subscriptions and all that stuff. And we really appreciate all of you who are following, even those of you who are just hanging out and chatting. We don't do the see some people lurking. We're not going to be like, hey, you, this person that's lurking. Don't want to call anybody out, but we appreciate you, however you are consuming our content, and we hope that you are entertained by it. So thank you for coming along on this journey with us. Other announcement we have is our Heroes for CF fundraiser that's coming up very soon, actually, May 28th. That's only a few weeks away. So just a reminder for that. You can check out the link for that. Tickets are on sale right now, so you definitely want to grab tickets for that. It's going to be super awesome. It's D&D. For most tables, there's a Call of Cthulhu table as well, and it's all centered around this idea of snakes on the inner planes. Just kind of this theme that runs through it. And by paying money, by buying tickets and putting money in, you can get like super powerful magic items and all kinds of stuff where you can basically just have lots of fun, and it supports a good cause in the meantime. So we definitely want you to check that out. We're not officially partnered or sponsored with them in any way, but Devin's DM'd for them for a number of years, and it's just a really awesome cause that we want to get behind. So we would appreciate anybody jumping in on that and buying tickets and supporting that. And that is May 28th. That's coming up. I think that's all.
I guess we just say one.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead, Jack.
Sorry. This isn't really a formal announcement or thing. I just wanted to say it's my birthday. It's been a really terrific day so far, and I'm really glad that I get to spend part of it with all of you. So
I was gonna bust out and happy birthday as a surprise to you, but I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin it. You can still do it anyway if you want. I can pretend to be really surprised.
It is Jack's birthday, and as the senior member of our crew, the oldest amongst us, obviously, we I'm kidding.
Yep.
I just have a really good skincare routine.
It's really, really awesome. Yeah.
Benjamin Button disease is really
Yeah, that Toronto air is really doing it for him. So
Oh yeah, that famously like fresh, crisp Toronto air, definitely.
yeah, but yes, happy birthday, Jack. I'll say now that we likely won't be having a stream on the May long weekend. We tend to kind of anything that's the holidays and stuff like that, we usually take those off. So that long weekend coming up, May 2-4, I will be away for that weekend as well. I'm not sure if we'll be back in time anyways. So we'll just say there won't be a stream that week. And then we'll be back the week after that. Maybe we'll throw up a VOD or an extra rerun, or if people are around, we'll do something. But there won't be an official stream that week. I think that's all I have. Anybody else have any random announcements they want to throw our way? Anybody else have a birthday today that we know about? No. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it's somebody's birthday out in the world. Anyone who's watching this, if it's also your birthday, happy birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday.
Remember, any carbs that you eat on your birthday don't count.
They don't count. Your body just doesn't even consume.
Yeah, they get deleted as soon as the clock rolls to midnight on the next day. They just get deleted from your body, so it's totally cool. Eat as much as you like.
Man, that would be awesome. All right. Well, before we spiral out of control into more randomness, with those announcements out of the way, let's jump in and weigh anchor for Sea of Souls.
Whispers in the window are angry waves. Way ho the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean slaves. Way ho the sea of souls. Way ho the sea of souls. Way ho the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way ho the sea of souls. Way ho the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
All right, recapping where we left off 2 weeks ago. After you had found your way into an old, ancient temple beneath the layers of Valtear, in search of Tanshu Vale, the former priestess of Desuna in Vale, who had been accused of treason and imprisoned by Lord Eddard Vale, her nephew. You came across some sort of run-of-the-mill thugs, but also encountered some sort of possessed entities who managed to get within the minds of two of you. Both Dinar and Torque found themselves sharing their body with these entities who appeared to be possessing them against their own will, were encouraging you to fight possession by any means necessary, apologizing profusely that they had no choice, that they were doing this against their will, being controlled by some other entity, which you were unable to learn the identity of yet. But after managing to put them down and resisting any further possession, encountered a couple more guards who weren't expecting to find you alive and very wetted themselves as you threatened them. Passed out, you managed to tie them up and kind of leave them in the room with you as you decided to make use of the enclosed space, or the entrance to this greater dungeon that you're able to hold up to get a little bit of a rest, a bit of a reprieve, as some of you were feeling a little bit closer to death than you would prefer after a rather dangerous fight, including a fight against your own possessed Torque, who did significant amount of damage.
My bad.
I think if we ever did a PvP, I think we'd know who'd win, at least at this point. So,
I mean, we were all holding back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys went easy on me, clearly.
Yeah. Torque lost more than half his health, so that tells you
It
how
is
bad
true.
that fight was.
That is true. But you did manage to secure the room enough for you to get a short rest, and we'll pick up there as you are healing some wounds, catching a breather, kind of gathering some spell slots and the like. And you do recall that having peered into the room beyond, there were a couple of guards who seemed to be extremely bored, just kind of talking to each other and passing the time, and seem to be not aware that you're present. And as the hour goes by of your short rest, you hear some odd footsteps here and there beyond the doors. You hear the sound of doors opening, closing, a couple other muffled sounds, but nobody enters. No spirits attempt to possess you. Nothing comes through the walls. The doors don't open. It's quiet. And gentlemen, I'll hand it over to you.
Okay.
All right.
No, we've tied up the guards at this point, right? Or the archers that shot at us?
You tied them up and they passed out, and they're still out.
Yeah.
Although I'll say with passive perception, you can tell that one of them woke up and then decided to just pretend. At least at first, and maybe did pass out again because they're like, nope, I'm not awake.
Torque sees that and just like pretends that he didn't notice. So they're just mutually keeping up this front.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just easier this way if I pretend that they're fooling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was talking casting water breathing on them and dunking them in the river and stuff, so probably safer for them.
It's possible that one that woke up overheard a little bit of that and then thought it wise to just not say anything and fall back asleep. How's it going, man?
It's all part of the plan, man. Oh, hey, I would have resummoned Paige as well.
Okay. Man, I still didn't do a token for that. I'm the worst DM ever. That's brutal. I apologize profusely for that. Did you had something, didn't you, throw one in there, or did I just use?
Yes, actually, I pasted it recently in the chat too.
Yeah, it was in general, I think. No.
Yep.
Yeah.
1027.
All right, let me get this. I'll grab this for you and get it in here while you guys continue.
All right, so we had sort of looked ahead, saw there was a couple of guys in one room, but that room also had multiple exits.
Didn't see. We heard.
You heard.
We did see.
We accidentally saw.
Yeah, you accidentally saw, but you heard through. I think it was through Flick.
Yeah, I had nailed a perception check and
with your super hearing ears.
Yes.
You managed to catch some conversation. You heard two voices kind of chatting away.
Well, we know that the hallway down there goes to a bigger room. We know that the hallway up here, we didn't really explore too much. Which way do we want to proceed?
The way will not involve Torque's massive steel anchor embedding itself in my shoulder.
I did apologize for that. Yes.
Yes, well, apologies don't make pain go away.
All right, Ian, you should have control there now.
There you go.
Whichever way you think is best, Captain, I will defer to your decision. I might not be in the best of minds at the moment.
Well, I haven't seen the tunnel or the hallway. This, up. I've only seen the hallway down. To the south. Let's say that. Is it just a hallway that goes... Does the hallway up here go to the left? Or does it go to both ways?
Was it Torque? You'd gone in there before, right?
I think Torque had been in there. Up here?
Maybe refresh my. Oh,
Yeah, you
did
had.
I,
yeah.
Did I go up there? Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
did.
you saw that it went left to another to a T junction, and then on your right there was stairs leading up to a portcullis and a space beyond.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't mind controlled when I did that, right? So like Torque would be like Torque would remember that. Okay, in that case, I will relay that to the others.
That was 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's probably why it's a little bit hazy. But yeah, I'll relay what Torque remembers about the location to the others.
Sure.
All right. So, plan of attack here. We want to get in, get your lady friend, and get the hell out, right? So we need a clear route to the exit.
Does seem to be the best way to go about this.
Is the assumption that she is up, or do we even know? Do we need to clear each level, I guess is the question.
I don't think that we know. We just know that she's down here somewhere.
All right. In that case, my vote is we go take care of the chumps in the other room and start making sure we've got a clear exit. Although if we continue keeping all these guys alive, eventually someone's going to get out.
This is a possibility, yes.
So we either got to move fast or, start accruing some casualties.
We'll play it by ear, as it were, as Torque just kind of side eyes the conscious guard.
He's like,
my sincere hope is that these guys aren't paid enough to sacrifice themselves, but eventually we're going to hit that zealot level where they don't friggin' care anymore.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
I'd say given your general understanding of like hirelings and irelings and stuff, yeah, you kind of ascertained previously as well that like they're loyal to where the money is, basically. Like they're just paid to do this. They didn't know anything, right? They were basically the goons who were just told to come down and guard the doors. That was it.
So there are still a couple of goon corpses in this room, yeah? Aside from the crumpled armor?
You guys had cleared out all of the bodies that were in there.
Right.
You
We
cleared them all
didn't
out
want to
and
rest in a room with bodies because
Right.
there's undead.
Yeah.
About.
So you'd taken the skeletons that were possessed and the previous thugs that had been killed, and you dumped them all
Okay.
in the river.
It's the river's problem now.
Yeah.
In other news, the town of Vale succumbs to poisoning from the water supply.
Well,
See,
Well, like
Wouldn't
as
be
you
us if
described,
we
the
did.
guys
I
in the
joke
other-
because I'm not actually doing that, so I can freely joke.
the guys in the other room you said were like bored, right?
uh-huh.
Maybe
ever
we
been on
could-
guard duty? It is exceptionally dull.
Well, maybe
Especially
we could
down
convince them
here.
to lay their arms down without a fight.
What do you want to do? Throw the bodies into the room and say, "Yeah, that's right."
Well, that was my initial thought, but then I remembered we dumped the bodies in the river. We do have these two gentlemen here tied up. We could hostage style bring them in and say, look, if you don't want to end up like these guys, let us pass.
Or take these guys and get the hell out. Yeah. Hey,
we could do that too, I suppose.
kind of solves both problems at once.
Assuming they don't immediately come back with reinforcements.
Well, we can either sweeten the pot or threaten them a whole lot. Actually, how much pot sweetening do I have on me right now?
That's the question.
Denard doesn't have much.
I've got gold. I can sweeten the pot, although I'm also a wizard now, so I should be poor.
That's how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's canon.
That said, is there a reason why we can't, why we have to bribe them?
Mm. I'm just saying if threatening doesn't work. Or convincing.
Whatever we choose to do, I would suggest that we do it fast. Or at least decide on what we're going to do quickly.
But you guys were of the non-lethal mind if we can help it. So I'm offering ideas here.
Honestly, it's mostly just because we're all a little bit spent. That we can't get into too many more fights before we're going to need a much bigger rest.
I'm pretty tired. Getting hit with a cast iron anchor tends to wear you down.
And I took a couple slugs from it. Am I right?
Well, we can't all be built with your incredible physique, Flick.
I mean,
Yeah, well, at least you don't have to worry about having an iron deficiency now.
He's a goblin, so he doesn't have that many bones to break. From what I understand of your physiology, it's mostly cartilage, like a shark.
At that, I take my ear and there's a little twang. It's like, yep.
It's because he's mostly ears.
Cannon.
Yeah.
Speaking of ears, Ian, if you can give me Flick, can you give me a perception check with advantage? Tailwind, you can get on this as well. Perception with advantage. Yours is due to your high passive.
And his big floppy
wonderful ears.
Ears now.
Yeah, by natural 20 rolling ears, got a 24.
There we go. See what Tailwind gets in here.
I mean, if I roll a nat 20, forget about it. I'm just waiting for my computer.
You hear space and time itself.
All right, let's see what we got. 25.
So much.
Okay. All right.
There you have it.
So both of you hear from somewhere beyond the doors of north, muffled from far off, but loud enough that you can hear it. There's kind of a couple of like sounds like almost like something's been thrown or clanging, and you hear a couple of shouts. A loud scream that's like cut off. Sounds like there is some fighting happening. And then just as quickly as you heard it, as suddenly as it was, all is silent again.
That's one of two things here, gentlemen.
Our problems are solving themselves finally?
Either there's more armor, or maybe Serena's found her way to us.
Well, one way to find out, Captain. Shall I try the door?
Yeah, but I'm almost wondering if maybe we'll want to go the south route, because there's only one. It goes to the left, that's it. So maybe we come up behind the fight. If we go out this north door, I'm concerned we're going to walk into the middle of it.
Yes. You're suggesting that we attempt to ambush the enemy while they're preoccupied with whatever threat they're currently facing and potentially catch them in a pincer formation.
That would be ideal, yeah.
If you think that's best, then that's what we'll do. Torque will go approach the south end to lead the way.
Okay.
Unless, of course, we end up accidentally flanking whoever Vale's men are fighting. But, what are the odds of that happening?
Yeah.
All right.
You said it.
You are opening the door?
Yes. Still got... Torque still has the maul at the ready. He's just going to use the maul to, nudge the door open.
Okay. As you open the door... Oops. Come on. You see a figure with a bow kind of around the corner. As soon as the door opens, there's a release. As it would appear that the occupants of the temple made use of the time to approach you. This is going to be a 25 to hit Torque.
Well, I'm not raging, so that'll hit.
Mm-hmm. A natural 1 for 5 points of damage, for piercing damage. And before we get into any sort of initiative, as this happens, is there anything you guys would like to do. Like, you have a quick second as the archer kind of shoots and almost like then realizes who he shot and sees the group of you is like, oh crap. So there's that moment of pause, of hesitation as like they begin to reach down for another arrow.
I think
We're just going to drop prone.
Dinar will reach over Torque's shoulder, even though he's prone. It's still pretty tall.
Yeah.
Dinar's gonna reach over, I'm bumping my microphone. Hand outstretched, and say, "Wait! Don't draw another arrow. We have 2 of your men in this room over here. We've left them unharmed. We would like to do the same for you, if that's at all possible."
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
I first
Only because I'm
produce
behind
my
Torque.
pistol,
Torque
and then
is huge.
produce my rapier.
Yeah, can I give the help action by the fact that I just like took that arrow?
That's
And I'm
why
still
he's
standing?
that's why he's taking advantage, because he's like he sees
Okay.
a giant portal and was like,
I missed the
is-
part about the advantage. My bad.
yeah.
Intimidation?
Yeah.
You're good at that, right?
Hey, I am today. I rolled an 11 and a 19, so that brings my total up to 20.
Nice.
That ought to get the job done.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I don't know what will.
He pauses with his hand, like he's got his hand like on the fletching of like one more arrow, and he's like, and what happens to me?
Well, if you
Well,
attack us, you're
if-
gonna die. If you don't, you have a chance to live here.
How big a chance?
A really good chance. We are not evil.
And we're real close to the exit here. You just go that way and you just go till you hit jungle, right?
It's
Pretty
as
much.
simple as that.
Yeah, but then then they'll know I ran.
I mean, we could knock you out and tie you up like we have these archers over here. If that would help you, or they help you save face.
I'm suddenly feeling very faint. Oh. And he just like drops the arrow and just like falls down, like lays there, like looking at you, like.
And it's just the one dude.
Are you alone?
From what you can see, yeah.
Dinar's gonna step out into the hallway.
There's
And just,
more in the room behind me.
how many of you?
I don't know. We're on rotation. Usually at least a dozen of us down here at any given time
Are
throughout.
they armed
The
with bows
catacombs?
as well?
Some bows, some got maces, swords. We all just kind of have what we could find or what we were given. But I'm not even a soldier. We're just mercenaries. Basically, we just needed the money.
Sounds like you're like us a little while ago.
Except much less brave.
Well, yeah. Look it. We heard
He's big.
he is.
Points at
He's
Torque.
very large, and he's the reason
Tru-
why you want to cooperate.
Trust me.
While
should be
you're having
scared.
this conversation, while you're having this conversation with this guy, as he's on the floor, Torque is just gonna like unceremoniously just walk over, just pick up his bow and literally like rip the strap off his quiver and take that as well. He's just like, I just look at it, he's like, Flick,
It's
do you have
yours.
any
Yep. Sure, it's yours.
Flick, do you have any training with these?
I mean, how hard can it be, right?
Torque just slides the bow and the quiver across the floor to Flick's feet.
This is fantastic.
Okay.
Longbow?
You have a longbow.
Sweet.
Now, we just,
And
in that room there, we heard a very short and loud fight. Do you have any idea what's going on up there?
Oh, I didn't hear anything from up there. There's hallways and doors and everything. I don't know.
Have you seen any walking?
Maybe Vale's here. I don't know.
Maybe Vale? Okay. Have you seen any
Really?
reanimated corpses since you arrived?
He just kind of like his eyes go wide and he's like, "Yeah, those are his.
Those are Vale's.
He controls them somehow."
Good to know. Look, why don't you faint in this room over here, next to your buddies?
Sure.
And I'll tell you what, to increase your odds of survival, if anything comes through that northern door, make a noise, let us know.
Oh, I will.
Good.
Dinar will step over him and go towards the door. If the door is closed, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
kind of like stands up and like slides along the wall, like around you, Torque, and just like.
As he does, Torque is just gonna put his hand up to like where his arrow wound is, get his hand nice and bloody, and then he just is gonna just drag it across the archer's face. He's like,
Oh.
now it looks like you put up a fight. It's more realistic.
Okay, he passes out for real. That one. No, he's not faking it anymore. Like, yeah, giant Torla just took his arrow like it was nothing, just wiped the like your blood on him. He's just like, oh, he's done.
Been having that effect on people lately.
So you guys, you're really getting the sense that like they're not even like professional, like trained professionals. They're basically like they're like bait. They're fodder, basically, right? Like
Hired off the street mercenaries.
they're paid, and like Vale doesn't really care what happens to them, right? It's like, yeah, just go
But
guard.
how, could we be able to determine like how old they are and like by their accent and maybe by their way of speaking or the way they carry themselves, what type of like caste or class these people might be from? Like, are these literally like, did they
Sure.
grab desperate people off the streets, or are these?
Yeah.
Give me an insight. Just give me an insight check.
Might affect how friendly we are with them.
Would I get any bonuses to that for being an urchin?
Yes. Yeah, you can
Advantage.
use your background for this. Yeah, you can have advantage as you're one who's grown up on the streets.
Ooh.
22.
22. Nice.
You figure, so they all seem like they're from Vale, likely locals, and given the state of affairs in Vale, they would be not from higher class, not from upper crust. These would be like low town, kind of run, basically desperate for work, dock workers, the type of person like who they look for any kind of job they can find, like general labor, anything like dock work, moving stuff. They're just kind of we need the cash, we need the money. And there's also a little bit of what you've kind of gathered. There's a little bit of like fear and intimidation. That there's that element of not wanting to refuse Lord Vale, and just being forced into a situation out of desperation.
Yeah, I don't think we've got too much to fear from these guys. They're basically desperate lowlives have been dragged into this thing for a meager amount of money, I would say, just enough to make it worth their while, but not enough to be of any actual benefit for their loyalty.
Conscripts, basically.
Yeah, I believe that would be a good way to describe it.
Hopefully, if that's the case, then we're not going to require lethal force. But if it comes down to them or us, remember, we are on a mission here.
My concern
Oh,
is the
don't
courage-
worry. That's not a problem.
My concern is the courage they might have with numbers. This guy was alone. Runs into a group of 4, very intimidating looking folks. We run into there and there's a group of 6 of them. They might be more willing to put up a fight. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, just a matter of how fast we can cut them down then, right?
Yeah.
In those numbers, they might get a little more timid.
This door that we're up against, Craig, is it like a big heavy door, or it's a stone door?
All the doors down here are made out of stone. Yeah, they're quite old, but like really thick and like well built.
And can I tell from where I am if the door opens into the hallway or into the room beyond?
It opens inwards.
Well,
Into the
once been
Like away
Once
from you,
been-
yeah.
once been, twice shy. Torque will motion open the door, but is it possible that I could ready in action in the event that there's more people with bows pointed at me when I open this one.
Sure.
My ready action is going to be to just take the dodge action if I see anyone motioning to shoot me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. In that case, I will throw open the door.
All right. So opening the door on the inside, you see one individual clearly, and you can kind of just make out another one at a door up here, and one's like kind of right across the way. And as the door opens, these two are non-bow carrying individuals, and the one just kind of stops and looks at you and goes, "Oh crap! Hey, Willis! Willis! What? Oh!" The other one like wakes up, who's obviously sleeping. "Oh, hi! You're not supposed to be here."
We're just gonna like take a step forward to see how they respond.
They kind of look at each
Supposed to be
other,
here.
look at you, and then the one called Willis pulls out a loaded heavy crossbow that he kind of had like up against the wall to the side, and just.
Torque looks at him and says, "You really don't want to do this today."
I don't really want to do it any day, but it's what I'm getting paid for. This one seems to have a little bit more gusto in him, so we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Heavy
are we
crossbow, heavy courage.
are we doing non-lethal damage, or are we going in for like they're using lethal, we use lethal?
Yeah, we didn't exactly discuss it, did we?
Well, you know, if you gotta use self-defense, then you gotta self-defense.
Ooh. That's nice.
I got an 18 for those watching at home.
Stream can actually. Oh well, I guess the audio podcast couldn't, but the stream can actually see the turn order.
And
All right, so we got Dinar 24, Flick 18, Torque 18.
I know some people watch this stream while in another
they're
tab.
doing-
It's fine.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good point too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Dinar kind of standing in behind Torque and watching this development take place, and as the thug kind of reaches for the crossbow and picks it up, you've got the jump. So you get to go first. Start us off.
All right. Well, Dinar is going to step into the room. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15. Let's get to there. And Dinar is going to put up his hands. One back towards Torque, one towards Willis, who's got his heavy crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
We are not here to battle you. We are here to try to right some wrongs that are happening in Vale. We know that you are just hired help from the Lowtown side. We have no desire to end your life.
I would listen to him if I were you.
Are you intimidation, persuasion? What are you going for here?
I'll say that for these two, because they don't seem quite as shaky, this would be more persuasion.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, please.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's more accurate to what I normally do. That's a 5 plus 1 for 6.
Okay. Your words don't seem to have much of an effect on him at all. He just kind of smirks. So I'm gonna turn this down for a second for me because this is very loud for me. All right. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
it.
That's my turn.
All right. Flick. The back of the pack.
Alrighty.
You can kind of hear the conversation, the exchange that's taking place.
Yeah. Valiant effort there, Captain. But let's see what we can do here. Oh, I guess Paige will go first. So I can't see through Paige. Oh well, that's fine.
Oh,
that guy's really far away. 20 to get to there.
Give Paige vision.
Ooh, thank you.
So Ian, for the record, this is Willis.
Gotcha. So Paige has moved 25.
I can beguile them if we don't actually show hostilities.
Far away is this cat? So I could get to him. And all right, so here's the plan then. So Paige flies to here. Give me the help action. I still have another 10 feet of movement to there, which gets me 25 feet away. Huh. So with help, that means thrown dagger has a range of 20 feet. So at 25, I'm at disadvantage. With help, I have advantage that cancels out straight shot,
Correct.
thrown dagger. Here we go.
Okay.
And drum roll. There it is, 17.
Nice.
17 will hit.
Hooray. So he can take 8 piercing.
Okay. Oh, hits him in the shoulder.
Bonus action, recall the dagger to me. And that's my turn.
Okie doke. Torque.
Torque is also going to approach Willis. I have a movement speed of 40 feet, so I'm just going to move the 35 feet to get over here.
Okay.
And I would like to attempt to grapple him.
Okie doke.
I am pro this plan.
We got 17.
I got a 25 to my
Yeah.
athletics.
So you grab him.
Torque is literally just gonna, like, with his forearm, just like pin him up against the wall, and he's just gonna be like, he's gonna look at the crossbow in his hands and just be like, drop it.
Okay. And that's your move?
Well, I've got one more attack left, so I'm gonna see how he responds first, and then.
Okay. Well, he's kind of looking at you like he's pinned.
Just
So you're
slug him
ready.
once.
Are you gonna ready it, or what are you gonna, like? He can't really do anything until his turn. So he just kind of grunts like. Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'll just have that done for now. Unless you allow me to, like, ready an attack to, like, punch him or something if he tries to pull a weapon on me.
You could use your second attack to grapple again and knock him prone. And then just be sitting on him, basically.
Oh yeah, I could do that too. Just
Could do
like,
that,
give him a shove, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that you
All
haven't
right.
grappled, yeah.
I'll try that. Just like pin him on the ground, basically. Then.
Well, he got an 11.
Well, a 7 that gives me a 15.
Yeah. So you just throw him to the ground.
Just picturing this 8-foot tall turtle charging across the room at me, grabbing me and just power slam to the ground. Stop.
Yeah.
So as you drop him down, yeah, the crossbow is knocked free.
Hey.
All right. Torg will just stay there, keeping him pinned. See how the other one responds.
Okay. So he is going to try to break free on his turn. So he's going to contest that a 20 now.
Oh.
Wiggly little fella.
All right.
He's eager to bust out.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a 19.
Rather than, like, he doesn't throw you off, but he manages to kind of like
Just wriggle free.
just wriggle, like squirm a little bit. Can't really go anywhere. But he kind of stands up and just gets himself back in his position. You see, he reaches to the other side of his belt, and he's got a mace that he pulls out, and he's just kind of like ready now. And he just like, that's all he can do. He's still kind of contained in that spot there, and that's it. That's his turn. He can't do anything. The other thug over here is going to grab his crossbow. He's going to take a look at Flick and take a shot.
Oh, kid, you don't want to do this.
16 to hit.
Potentially. I need to roll on my shield. Where is it? There it is. I rolled a 1, so my AC is 14.
Ooh.
So that'll cost me a first level spell slot to shield that.
Okay. So the shield fails, but shield works.
Yeah.
All right.
So Flick's just shaking his head as the arcane barrier sort of flies up and deflects the air. I was like, "Oh, listen, Mac, you didn't want to do that."
He reaches behind him, and you see that there's like a sort of like a makeshift bell that's being attached, like hung on the wall, and just like pulls it, goes ding, ding, ding.
Crap.
Sounds the alarm basically. Tayland.
What is it that the orcs say in
picture
Lord of the
assassins?
Rings?
Picture Black Flag, like Assassin's Creed, like ding, ding, ringing them.
Yeah.
First, I'm going to.
Oh god, so many frustrating missions.
I'm going to pull a knife and hand it over to my familiar Willie Redtail. Give him orders to go sit on the chest of the archer who is quote unquote fainted, in case he gets any bright ideas of coming at us from behind.
Oh. Well, he definitely passed out. Like when the blood went on him, like he fully for sure. Yeah.
Also to keep an eye on the other two. I just want to make sure we don't get pincered.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna look in here and realize that I guess we're attacking them. Okay. I could have made them like us. Oh well.
I mentioned that earlier.
I did. I will.
Could have been louder.
That's the first time anyone's ever told me that. I'm gonna take a
be louder.
So yeah. So the one that is currently being engaged with, I guess Torque is just grappling that one, really, right?
He broke the grapple, so he's
okay.
Standing
but
now.
he's got cover. There is like a wall.
Yeah,
there,
well, both of them
he's,
have
like,
cover, don't
behind.
they?
Yeah.
So I need to move into the room?
The one behind Torque probably has full cover right now. The other one has partial cover, like probably about,
if I move into the room, though, then
cover.
I can do a straight shot?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the only thing covering you before was the statue.
Yep, got it. Let's accumulate what little salt there is in the air, as well as a little bit of my own tossed up into the gun, pointing it directly at him, and I will shoot at him with a bullet of pure magical salt. With a 21 to hit.
Yes, sir.
5 piercing damage.
All right.
Huzzah.
He looks down like, what the? It stings.
Yeah, that's right.
You shot salt at me.
Suffer. Okay, I'm done.
All right. A couple things here. That's going to have an impact here.
Oh boy.
What did he say? We're gonna have a what? Where?
Well, he just added an archer to the initiative order at the very top.
Oh.
So top of the round, the door opposite. So Torque, you can hear a door open on the other side of the room here, which would have connected to the north door that you guys had walked away from, and an archer steps through there. Looks at the situation, having been summoned by the bell, and is going to take out Bo, he sees you, sees your shell facing him, and then looks over to Flick and Dinar instead. And so this is going to be Dinar, 23 to hit.
Just hits me. Yeah.
That's a 12 points of piercing damage. And the second shot he'll make at Flick, 15 to hit.
Nope, shield is still up. My minimum is 19.
Correct. Yep. Okay. All right, Dinar.
I barely acknowledge the shot. The shield just kind of burns the arrow. Target rich environment, D. Pick your poison.
Yeah. Dinar's gonna take one step up here. And knowing that we're gonna come across some other probably more dangerous fellows, Dinar is going to resort back to a fire bolt. So he's gonna create a little mote of fire in his hand and thrust it towards the archer that just shot him for 12 damage. So let's make an attack. +7. 6 + 7 is 13 to hit.
Will not hit.
Dang. I guess that's it. Maybe Dinar will then come back here and grab a little bit of cover from that archer.
Okay.
And point to Tayland.
There's one more up to the north, an archer.
Well, of course there is.
That'll be
I'll
my
lock
turn.
that one down. You guys take care of this jump over here. And I point at this guy. Oops. At this guy.
Okay. Torque, just before you go, you hear from behind this archer, from somewhere back and beyond, you hear another ah!
So maybe they're getting kind of spread out a little bit.
And it's your turn.
So Flick, you don't want Torque going after the archer.
Now, you handle the guy you're on. I'll take the archer.
Okay. In that case, what Torque is going to do is, first he's going to make a. Should this be a reckless attack? I'm not raging because I feel like I need to start saving those. I am going to make. Yeah. I'm going to make a regular maul attack against this guy that I'm currently fighting.
Regular maul. Okay.
Ugh, 14.
14 hits. These guys are not very well armored.
Okay. In that case...
The archers seem to be a little bit better equipped. These guys are just like...
Sorry, ignore the rage
armor.
damage. So that's just 14 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
Oof.
He
feels that.
With my Crusher feat, however, I'm going to position him 5 feet this way.
So you swing and slide him across.
Yeah, I basically use the curved part of the anchor like a cow catcher, basically, and just like a man catcher, just pull him.
Gotcha.
And then what I'm going to do after moving him to the side is that I'm going to push over here so that I'm in his cover now, if I can.
Oh, nice. Yep.
And then I'm going to grapple him again and use him as a human shield, basically.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. You got a 16.
Come on, Torque.
Oh. He manages to just kind of duck as you reach to grab for him. He just ducks out of the way.
Okay, well, I didn't attack recklessly, so he won't have advantage against me.
There you go.
And the archer still has to try and shoot through him to get to me, so I'm feeling pretty protected.
Okay. All right, Flick.
Well, how hurt is this thuggy guy looking here?
He's looking pretty hurt. Yeah, he's probably I mean, it's definitely bloodied if you to use the bloodied.
All right.
Not a condition, but a good way to determine.
Injured.
Then,
He's significantly injured. We'll say that.
yeah. I have the movement to get.
He's had better days.
Oh, that'll work perfectly. Okay. Here's the plan then. Plan goes something like this. I hope I'm going to drop him. So Paige is going to help me on the thug here and then sort of flit to the middle of the room with her flyby. So no opportunity attack there. And I move here. And I'm going to booming blade this guy with the old whip. 23, I'll probably hit.
Oh yeah.
15 damage.
Oof. Yeah, that'll do it.
Would that attack have been with advantage because of the health action?
Oh, it would have, yes.
It would have.
Didn't
Even though
need
it's
it.
unnecessary. Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, and then with the remaining 10 feet of my movement, I'll move here and bonus action, do a whip attack on the archer.
The thug ducks under Torque's reach and stands up just as he sees Fleck coming behind him and just gets with the whip and takes him out.
14's not going to hit him though.
14 will not hit the archer. No.
Hopefully I got his attention.
These guys are better armored. Okay, let it for Flick.
Do you want a piece of me? And I'm done.
All right. Buddy here is gonna not reload his heavy crossbow because it takes effort to do that. So instead, he's going to grab his mace and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He comes running at you, Taylor, and just pulls his big mace out and just gonna swing it overhead. 15 to hit. Taylor.
Yeah, 15 will get me.
15 to hit.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to.
Oops, that's crossbow.
Acknowledge it.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
Oh.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
And he more or less
Not
kind
a
of
fan,
follows
not a fan.
through. It's not really follow through. It's second melee attack, but he's gonna do this one to Janara, so he's just gonna follow through. 11. That's not gonna hit.
If it's the same as my AC,
It beats.
it beats.
Yeah. Your AC's 11. No.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Don't you have mage armor?
Oh, I
on?
still have mage armor up because that last.
It's
wait,
8
let me check,
hours.
let me check.
That lays 8 hours.
Ah,
That
you
would
just
That would
hit
be
me then.
13 plus your dexterity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Brings
So
me to 14.
wow. Yeah. There we go. So no. Yeah. It
Doesn't hit
does
me.
not hit. All right.
I shouldn't have run across the room after all.
We're
You guys
fine.
all right over there?
Willie sees
Ooh.
something. I need to.
He's not an awakened.
As the wall opens up over here,
Ah.
The wall.
and a thug steps through out of a secret entrance and looks and sees the parrot there
Oh god.
and just kind of
Oh,
winks.
boy.
He goes, and he's gonna swing a mace at your parrot
No.
for a 20 to
No,
hit.
not Willie.
6
Oh, he
points
just
of
crushed-
bludgeoning damage.
And there he goes.
He crushed your willy.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was
So many
And
jokes I
then-
can make here, and so
then
many of
he'll
them I don't know whether or not they'd be okay for Twitch terms of service.
Yeah, probably not. Steps in for his second attack. Will swing his mace at you, Tailend. 8 to hit, so misses.
That
that
will
one.
miss
Yeah, but there are now 2 of them.
on me. Yay. Just what I need.
Tailend, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. These guys look fairly tough, right? Like we've been.
These guys, these are the ones they're not as well armored. It seems the archers seem to have gotten the better gear. These guys have nice big maces and heavy crossbows, but they're kind of wearing like patchwork leather armor and
They look pretty burly though, eh?
rough.
Like they could probably take a beating.
They can take a few, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like street toughs basically.
Oh, I've seen enough of this on the streets to know where this is going. The problem is, if I get out of here, then they're just going to move up right behind me and attack our very, very fragile wizard.
Only the archer
No.
goes.
True, I do go before they go.
My point mainly being that, like, we can try to run away from them, but we are in, like, a room here that doesn't give us a whole lot of maneuverability.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm trying to decide between Mirror Image or Misty Step. Okay. I am going to play one of my chords to splash out several copies of myself that will all take up the same space, and hope that that'll be enough to keep them off of me for at least a round while I prepare myself. I'm also going to draw my rapier and holster the pistol.
Okay.
That evens the odds a little bit more.
All right. Is that it for Thailand?
Unfortunately, I am all out of all of my bonus actions.
Oh.
Except for Misty Step, but I can't do that now. So.
All right. It's top of the round. Archer at the top here is going to take another 2 shots at Flick.
Bring it.
So the first will be a 24 to hit.
All right, this is doable. Let's see if the shield cooperates. It does. I will blow another spell slot. Shield, armor class 25.
Okay.
Suck
There you
it.
go. And so second attack, well, it's going to miss anyways at the 12, so bounces off. And he's going to step back into the hallway, kind of backing up for cover. And as he does, Flick, you hear him go, "What?" And he kind of like jumps in surprise.
Okay, so whatever's happening there may or may not be advantageous to us. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll see in a second.
Yeah, we might not have to deal with the archer, but we'll have to deal with the much larger threat that's just taking him out.
Dinar.
Yep. I need to have spells for whatever's killing the things in the hallway, but I also need to not die before we face the thing that's in the hallway.
Well, if it's any
Yeah.
consolation, I'm gonna go look in the hallway in a sec. But
All right. I think Dinar is going to burn his last 3rd level spell slot. And just to cancel out the middleman, Dinar is going to cast a 3rd level magic missile. He's going to send 3. No, he's going to just try to take one of them out. So the guy that's been wailing on Tayland already, the one that was already in the room, Dinar's going to hit that guy with all 5.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to conjure up my sailboats again because I'm, well, a little above half health. And just right in his face, blast him with all of those ships.
All right.
You're
You're back in ship shape.
Well, yeah. Let's see. That's 3 2s.
At least your missiles are in ship shape.
That's a 6, 2, 4, 6. That's a 3, 9. Plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 5, 15 damage. 15 force damage to that thug.
All right. Leaves a couple of good scorch marks on him. He's looking pretty weathered, hurt from that. Oh.
And then I think Dinar is going to shift. So we're going to go 5, 10, and 15 to get to the other side of this thug.
Okay, gonna work around him.
Well, I'll try to give us advantage on attacks to get a little bit of a flank going.
All right.
Gives Torque a way in too, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right. So Flick, you can see this guy.
See this guy, yeah.
You don't see what is attacking him. but something is attacking him.
Who seems to be winning, Flick?
I know who seems to be winning.
Well, I'll tell you in a minute here. Oh, jeez.
It is Serena. I'm going entirely off of those attacks being labeled to an assassin, but maybe I'm wrong.
She didn't do great for damage, apparently.
29. 31, I mean, that's a lot.
It is. That's 11, 16.
So, and then you see him kind of get shoved back a step, and you do see Flick, you can just make out the hooded and black leather clad form of a very familiar assassin who kind of steps in and shoves him back, and it's got two really wicked looking daggers in her hand. She kind of looks over his shoulder and gives you a wink.
Oh, come on, I had him.
Torque.
Okay, well, that helps narrow it down for what Torque wants to do. Gonna move forward here, see what this situation's like. Okay. So that was 10 feet. So that gives me another 30. Get back there and help out the captain. To rage or not to rage?
And don't wait
to suffer the slings and arrows of Vale Thug fortunes.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to rage and I'm not going to reckless attack here. I'm just going to attempt to just hit him normally. So that's going to be an 18 for my first attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be 8 bludgeoning damage.
All right, he's like barely hanging on. He's like he's like wobbling on his feet, just like his like jaws like broken.
Oh, picking up dentistry.
With the crusher feet, I'm also going to push him 5 feet to the south, just so I can use my remaining 5 feet to step forward and interpose myself between him and the captain a little bit, and then I will follow with my second attack. For another 18.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be 12 bludgeoning damage.
You paint the wall with the rest of them, basically.
I like to think that with the follow-up attack, like Torque doesn't even use his maul. He like literally like reaches out with his hand, like palms the guard's entire face, and then just slams the back of his head into the wall with enough force that a red just like
you just hear a crack, like the guy beside him just goes, oh! That does it. Is that it, Torque?
Torque is just gonna side eye the one remaining guard and say, "I warned him."
It's true, he did.
If you weren't smelling the scent of blood so fresh right now, you'd be smelling the scent of something else from that guard.
Guards really need to
Flick
sort themselves out.
Is this cat still using his bow?
He still got it in his hand.
All right, that's all I need to know.
He was kind of using it to like try to fend off Serena somewhat, not very effectively.
So move up, say, "Hey, lady, how's it going?" And I'm going to. So we're flanking him. I get advantage on this. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct. Yeah.
Awesome. Booming blade. Here we go. How's a 27 work for you?
That'll definitely do it. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, 17 points of damage.
Ooh. He's very, very hurt.
Awesome. I will.
You can see multiple stab wounds like
All right,
through
I'll
his
move
armor
10
too.
feet. I'm gonna move here. Actually, no. I'll take my second attack. I'll bonus action attack him again with advantage while we're still flanking. That's the smart way to do it. 21 to hit.
Yes, sir.
For another 11.
That'll do it.
Perfect. Then I still have.
It's like the kind of comical where he's getting hit from one side, turns around, gets hit from you, whips a couple times, and just like the spin and like just drops.
Awesome. All right, I will move. I'll sort of wade by, just arrange that. Thanks for the help, lady. And move on. Paige will fly into here and then fly back to where she was. And she's going to help. Is Talon going to attack or just get out of there?
With mirror image, I'm pretty confident I can attack.
Okay, then I will help Talon with Paige.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right. This goon is going to I'm going to do a morale check here. Auto wisdom save. Where's my charisma? No, wisdom probably makes more sense here. Yeah, that's a fail. That's a 6. He's going to try to run. So Torque and Talon, you will both get opportunity attacks here.
Killed my bird.
Like,
He's going.
he just
nowhere.
like turns and like and goes to run away. So
Talon's got advantage.
Yeah, I'll take the opportunity attack as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Just to keep him from going and getting reinforcements. So mine was only a 14.
That hits him.
Critical hit
All
with
of-
my
all of
good
those
old
hit.
fashioned rapier.
Yeah.
So 14 hits.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Flick.
I'll roll my damage more so we can build up to the crit damage from Talon. But, so I do 14 bludgeoning
Natural
damage.
20.
And then 9 crit damage from my rapier.
Woo.
Hooray.
That's
That's pretty good, actually.
Mm.
23
why I would
damage.
do that. Yeah.
23, yeah.
He's hurt.
Let's see those numbers.
Yeah, he like stumbles a little bit, and he still manages. He like kind of goes down to one knee, but he kind of manages to get up and just kind of keep stumbling forward. And he's kind of makes his way around the corner to the exit there. He just kind of stops, like holding onto the wall, kind of gasping for air as he tries to run away. Talon, as you attack, you step forward in a puddle of something.
Mm.
Hope
A
you're wearing,
little bit salty, but it's not water. And,
What does that mean? What does that mean, Craig?
Figure it out, man. All right.
I don't think
Talon,
saltiness implies what you think it implies.
it's your turn. I would call it sweet.
Well,
Not that
again,
I've-
You might be
Probably
diabetic. You don't know.
he killed my bird.
It's possible.
No one kills my bird.
I want a bird. I want my bird.
Unfortunately, taking a shot at him is not going to work, so I'll just continue running at him. And as I'm running around the corner, I'll of course be gathering up the salt and brine around the blade, coating it in a nice layer of acidic brine. And I'm
This
going
is not
to
my bird.
stab him. 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That'll do it.
Oh yeah.
10
geez.
acid damage.
Yeah. Like right
Just
through the back.
Stab him right in the back. Watches his flesh and bone dissolves away from the brine and the
Yeah,
salt
just-
encrusted blade. That is for Willie.
Yeah. He dead. Anything else for Talon? Is that it?
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back and then we'll call it there. We'll call my turn an end.
All right. So for the moment, the time being, it would seem that the immediate threat is over. As Serena kind of steps into the room and surveys, and she kind of puts in your back, she says, well, there might be a few more coming from that way, but I had to fight quite a few on my way down here. Hello, gents.
Torg will just move up here and just ask her, what is there back the way you came?
I was very curious, actually. Well, I went into Hightown to try and find out what was going on with the nobles and the crypts and all that, and found myself rummaging through one of the empty, abandoned manors for some clues, and I happened upon a secret door that led down into a cellar, which led into another, which led into a hallway. And it just seemed to keep going down. Ran into a couple of guards in unusual places and found myself down here.
So the way you came is back to the surface then?
Yes.
Which means that Tonshu is not back the way you came. Which means that we should...
It is possible that I overlooked... there might be more secret entrances. I don't know. There's quite a few, but once I got down to the lowest cellar, I found myself engaged in combat, not really having the time to stop and take a really good look around. So
there was a secret door hidden in the wall just back that way, which is where that friend who stabbed Willie came out.
There seems to be many of them around here.
We should keep our eyes peeled, and also we may want to check that out. That might lead where we want to go.
Oh, you all look rough. Had a bit of a tussle down here, did you?
Yeah. It's been a time.
I'm sort of looking around and everyone else like, I'm fresh as a daisy. What are you guys on about?
Serena, the way that you came in, have you come across any reanimated corpses?
Thankfully not.
Oh, yeah, watch it. They're going to try and take your marbles. It ain't good.
That's why we look as rough as we do.
Can we set a precedent now? If Serena gets possessed, we leave.
Not to worry. I have certain protections against that sort of thing.
Oh, you do?
That's good news then.
It's partly because of my heritage and also other means. We elves are quite hard to charm. It's in our blood.
Well, ain't that handy?
I think so, yes. Found it handy on a number of occasions.
So there's a secret passage to the south and also 2 possible ways to the west.
Is there also a door right here, Craig? Behind Flick?
There is a door. There's the door where Flick is, yeah.
Hey, Flick, what's behind that door?
I don't know. Let's see.
I'm going to guess it's some kind of coffins, because that's the wall.
I mean, I guess it's a guy pointing a crossbow at us.
It's been our luck lately.
Inside the room, you find 2 rather gruesome-looking altars, which one appears to have been used more recently, with some blood spatters on the ground, and a couple of odd-looking figurines, like small carved idols, carved out of very dark stone, maybe obsidian or onyx or something.
Huh.
Torg, attempt a religion check to identify any of the paraphernalia here.
You may indeed.
I believe I'm trained. I'm not trained in religion. Never mind.
That's going to be a 17.
17. All right. One of them you recognize as an idol, a crude representation of the god Umbra, who is the god of undeath and darkness. The other one, you're not entirely sure. It appears to be quite ancient. It actually looks old and weathered. The other one seems to be a little bit more of a newer carving. So the other one is like very faded and smooth. That it looks like it's been handled a lot, and such that the features have actually been worn down. You're not quite able to make that one out.
Taking the maul in both hands, Torque is just going to do like a horizontal swing and just sweep everything off of the altars to the ground.
It's like, oh, those are probably worth something. Jeez.
Covered in blood and viscera.
Well, there goes our
Hey.
payday, but sure.
You'd be surprised what kind of things people will pay money for in the dark alleys of the city.
He ain't wrong.
Whatever it is, I have no interest in helping it change hands.
Well, in the interest of both monetary gain and satisfying your religious curiosity, I will stomp them both with my heel and then sweep up whatever precious stones I can find. It's like, I'm sure this will be worth something to someone. Pour them into a little baggie and...
The one of Umbra, you do manage to kind of crack and break a little bit. The other one doesn't break. Gonna stomp on it and it doesn't give at all. It seems to be a little bit more solid.
Apparently my 45 pounds ain't enough to break this one. Who knew? Hey, little guy, you want to apply some blunt trauma to this one?
Torque will walk over.
But kick
Captain, would you like to give it an appraisal?
No. Try to smash it. If it doesn't work this time, the next time we take a rest, I'm gonna try to identify these. But
Or
for
we
now,
just toss
go
it in the
ahead.
river,
Try the physical force. If that doesn't work, we'll pick him up and carry him with us.
I'd rather not try and break it if we don't know whether or not it's magical. You don't know what effect trying to harm this thing might bring upon us.
Torque,
That's fair.
didn't you just destroy a whole bunch of artifacts in the other room?
I was not feeling myself then.
That was like 5 minutes ago.
Well, all right. I guess I can give it a shot. Just holding the anchor in both hands, I'll just try and do like a vertical plunge down.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack for me.
Okay. 17.
17. The maul or the anchor kind of like hits down on it, and you hear like a crack. And as you bring it up, you see that the stone underneath the idol actually cracked a little bit, but the idol itself appears unchanged, unaffected.
Captain?
Give them to me. We'll take them with us. I'll identify them the next time we have some downtime.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the little guy in this one. I think this one goes in the river. We don't need to be carrying this crap around with us.
You don't want me bringing these around?
Yeah, no, I've got one busted one in a little baggie here. You can identify this. The one that Torque can't break. I'm gonna have Paige drop that in the drink if it's all the same.
All right.
Probably for the best not to have that on our person.
And I also want it, if Mr. Spooky Vale doesn't need it in his possession neither. So I'm gonna go put in the drink. So yes, Paige will pick it up and drop it in the river, our disposal apparently.
Okay.
Okay.
So Paige is picking up the both of them, like the bag the one you crushed as well, or just
no, just the one that we can't break.
Okay. All right. And she flies that off and drops it in the river, and you hear a plunk.
Satisfying bloop as it goes into the water, or does it bounce off?
Oh, it drops into the water.
Can I take a quick look around to see if I notice any other secret passageways or hidden doors or anything?
Absolutely. Yes, you may. Give me an investigation check. I see Serena is just kind of like staring at this one statue and looking up at it. She's kind of lost in thought.
It's a 9.
I'm not really sure where to look. You're a little bit distracted by everything else that's going on. Nothing really grabs your attention.
Yeah, I do have this wound. This rather large impairing wound caused by a giant anchor.
We'll say at that as you're kind of like stumbling around. Serena kind of looks over her shoulder and goes, reaches into her pouch, pulls out a vial and tosses it your way.
Try to grab it, and I miss completely as it hits the ground, and I have to scramble and chase after it as it rolls away. Thanks.
Last one I've got, but you look like you need it more than I do. It's a standard healing potion.
Well, hey, you know what? I'll never turn down a free drink from a stranger.
It's gonna get you killed. One of these
I'm not
days.
sure that's wise. Yeah. Some strangers you should refuse drinks from. But I would like to think that I'm not a stranger anymore. I kind of resent that.
Boy, sick.
Dinar would like to check out the statue down here. Is it the same? Because I have a note here that the other statues that looked similar to this little one over here, is it the same as those ones but just larger?
They are, yeah. It's very dark. Look like it's an entity. Nothing that looks familiar at all. Nothing from any no iconography or symbolism that seems familiar, and it's ancient. Like these are incredibly ancient statues. Most of the a lot of the features are just worn, chipped off. There's parts of it are have broken off and are laying on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
these doorways as well, or are they just little?
Yes, there are 2 doorways there. So there's little stairs leading up, just short steps leading up to. They're kind of like half doors. They're smaller. They're just kind of set in. Looks like they're meant to go in kind of behind this main chamber sort of idea.
To satisfy my curiosity, Dinar's going to check out the hidden room that the one thug came out of.
Okay.
Do I see? Is the door open? Is the door closed?
It is open and it's dark within. The light from the passageway you're in just kind of penetrates it, but with your dark vision, you are able to just make out that the passageway kind of turns around the corner here.
All right. I'll get to the corner here and take a little peek around the side.
Okay.
So I'm just going to peek
Yep.
out. Okay.
So you can see that it kind of leads along to about 25, 30 feet ahead, and there's stairs that lead up to just a wall. It just ends in a wall from what you can see here. You don't see any doors.
Okay.
Anything all right in there?
Door swings shut. We hear a click and a scream, and that's it. That's the last we saw of Dinar.
Well,
Which
that hallway
way?
that
Never
thug came
seen
out of-
again.
The hallway that thug came out of is just this long, empty hallway. Doesn't really appear to be anything at the end.
Is there a bed and food in there? He had to come from somewhere, right?
There's
It's-
not.
Possible that he was posted there specifically to ambush anyone who tried to make it this far.
Yeah,
That seems like an
possible.
awful lot of planning for this otherwise unremarkable room.
Dinar will fire up his scales to
Okay.
create a little bit of light, and then
Sure.
walk slowly to the end of the hall.
Okay. I'll make you illuminated here. Do. There you go.
Okay.
Dinar,
Yeah.
would you really be going up there by yourself?
Well, probably not, but
I admire your initiative as captain, but perhaps it would be better to let the walking wall join you.
Torque will just wordlessly move to follow behind.
Blick, you coming?
Tayland.
Oh, I didn't do it.
No, you're with your passive perception, you just kind of faintly feel
Pardon me, Captain.
a movement of air near you, like a draft. That's not coming from the way that you went in. It's kind of more off to your left. It's kind of
Yeah, I'm actually going to be staying out here, and I'm tapping on the wall from this side
Right.
just to see if there's
Okay.
anywhere around the
examine?
statue or along here, if there's just another way into this room, or
Okay, so Flake, you can give me an investigation check there.
Can I examine that little rush of air?
Yep, you can give me an investigation check on that.
not with advantage, just a 3.
11.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind the 20, but
So, Talon, you get the impression that there's a gap somewhere, a hole somewhere, but you're not really sure how to where to find it or what to make of it. Could be a crack, it could be something, but there's air coming from somewhere nearby. You're just not sure where.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'll just kind of gesture towards the completely, perfectly normal-looking stone wall.
Dinar will back up and point his hand up to the wall to see if a little bit of light, maybe some run his hand down the side of the wall to see if there's a lip that's
Okay.
perhaps shadowed as a result.
With Talon pointing it out and with the light, I'd say you can do investigation with advantage at this
Okay.
point. Then you have some aid.
Who's rolling that?
You would be, since you're the one who's feeling it.
Okay. With advantage.
you're the one with
Investigation's
the
not bad.
intelligence. So
Plus
that's
4, plus 4. 10 plus my 4, so 14.
Gene,
With advantage too. It sucks.
you can feel that the wall does it seems like it like there's a little bit of movement on some of the bricks, and so you know that there is something here. You gather with a little bit of time, perhaps. Like if you spent a few minutes, you probably could figure out how this thing worked, but you'd have to spend a little bit of effort trying to basically take 10, as it were, like try and figure out.
The mechanism.
Yeah.
Dinar's
So you
gonna-
you do know that there's something here. It's just figuring out how to open it.
Dinar's gonna shout down the hall. Hey, Serena,
Yes.
How good are you at disarming traps and finding secret entrances?
That's sort of my bread and butter, as it were.
We've
I
got
did find my way down here through secret entrances, so
we got something here. We're too ill-equipped to find something.
he
Could you
means
give us a hand?
boneheaded.
Yeah.
Point out
very well.
which square, like which spot is it? Just point it out to me. I got an idea. So I got to
Well,
just
we can always use the torque door.
So you kind of point out to where it is for Serena. She goes, interesting.
I'm just going to dismiss Paige and resummon Paige on the other side of that wall.
Oh.
I guess that's also an option.
Investigation on here, but that's going to be intelligence. So save same as a +4, so that's a 20 with advantage. So she kind of looks around for a minute, takes out her dagger, and goes, "That one," and hits one of the stones. And the wall kind of it's up. That wasn't so hard, was it?
No, not at all. Thank you.
Of course. Oh, look, a door.
Captain, if I may,
Torque, lead
Torque
on.
will sidle in, go first. At the end of this door, I find another door.
It's like
Yeah,
a door
maybe
this
Sure.
time.
I'm going to be smart about this time. I'm going to actually put my ear up to the door and listen to see if I hear anything on the other side.
Give me a perception check.
Oof. Well, that's an 8 for a total of 13.
You can hear the flicker of like torchlight or flame kind of fluttering, and there does seem to be a bit of a breeze as well, kind of moving under the door, and you gather that's what tipped Talon off. But other than that, you do not hear anything beyond.
Okay, I will try the handle. Is the door locked?
It does not appear to be locked.
Torque will just I'll motion for Dinar to step back.
Well, I was going to say, as Torque tries the door, Dinar is going to ready a firebolt. in case there's a hostile character on the opposite side.
And Torque will ready in action to take the dodge action.
I'll first
for similar
produce my
reasons.
pistol and then produce my rapier.
All right.
And then I'll just slowly push the door open.
Okay.
Or pull, depending on which way.
This one is a pull. It pulls inward towards you. And as you pull it inwards, you see what appears to be a living quarters beyond. Old room with some newer furniture. This would appear to be where the guards, when off duty, were bunking. However, other than a few old skeletons, which are very, very old, and one seems to have been placed on a bed in a very comical fashion, with like a handkerchief that's been like tied around its neck, and like a bowl that's been placed on its head as a hat. There doesn't appear to be anybody in here. There's just a bunch of empty beds. The torches are kind of like flickering a little bit.
Or just kind of eyes the skeletons like a bit of a morbid sense of humor.
Well, we all gotta get our yucks in somehow.
Just keep an eye on that one. Make sure it doesn't stand up while our backs are turned.
There appears to be a crack in the wall, kind of down here where you are, Dinar, where you can. That seems to be where the wind is coming in through the breeze, and just through that you can kind of hear the trickle of water. You gather that's probably leads out to where the underground river is, and so there's a bit of a cracking in the wall here, which has let some of the air pass in.
Maybe the water's starting to break out or break through the outer wall, or erode it a little bit.
Break on through to the other side.
Is there anything in this room that, like chests or anything that might be of value?
There are some like footlockers, like underneath a couple of the beds. If you want to do a group investigation to give the room a good once over, we can do that if you'd like.
Sure, we'll toss the room.
Probably the easiest.
Might as well.
Easiest way to do it, yeah.
Okay.
If we happen upon a health potion, that would be very advantageous for us.
Sorry, so what's the plan exactly?
We're tossing
Just
the room right now, looking for
doing a
good
group
stuff.
investigation, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I will investigate as well.
Dinar gets an 18 total.
18, okay.
Well, 14 for a total of 15.
And I'll throw in Serena here, not that well as either. So on average, not great. There doesn't really seem to be much to be found. It's fairly low DC. There isn't really anything hidden. In total, you do find not a lot of gold. There's like 3 gold pieces. They seem to be kind of rare amongst these thugs. But there's about 20 silver pieces. You find a couple of like discarded equipment, like rusty daggers, a sword that's got like a chip in the blade. They really were just given like the bottom of the barrel equipment and like kind of armor and like, here you go guard the place. So not a lot to be found, really.
I'll mark the gold or the silver. Sorry.
This
Waste not, want not.
Doesn't seem like the high security detention area.
Well,
Is that a door that Torque's standing next to?
Yeah.
I believe it
there,
is,
yes,
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
I assume that the crack over here probably doesn't like lead anywhere if it's literally a crack in the wall.
Yeah, Dinar was kind of able to kind of see through it and feel through it that it just leads to the river. You guys have crossed over. It's just a very small, like you can't even fit through it. It's just like
Right. Yeah. In that case, I guess trying the store would just be the next logical step, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Might as
Keep
well.
moving.
Yeah. So same. Just get ready to duck if I see any nasties on the other side.
Cool.
Try the door.
Door opens.
Looks like there's a way up to the north. Flick,
Yeah, huh?
you check this passageway here. I'll check the door.
All right. It also entered the door.
Anybody else get the feeling we're like rats in a maze?
There's not
Yeah,
really much else we
anytime
can
I'm
do about it.
underground, that's how I'm feeling. So
Not much we can do, unfortunately.
Gonna
It would seem that given a quick look, like these doors, they don't appear locked or trapped or anything. Like they're just old. They all look pretty. Just to save you guys the time of like checking every single door right now. They're doors.
all right, well, I'll give a cursory listen at this one before carefully opening it. I won't kick it.
Perception with advantage because you're listening with your twitchy ears.
Kerblam! There's an 18.
You hear flickering torch on the other side. Nothing else.
I will open the door.
Oh.
Aye.
Torchlight and passage beyond.
All right, I guess I'll try my door as well. Just make sure we're not leaving any stone unturned. But like Flick, I will try to listen first.
Oh, sure. Sorry, yeah. You listen, you don't hear anything.
Oh, well. Oh, did you delete that? Oh, I'm sorry. I should have been more upfront about that.
That's okay. There's nothing there. So
These seem to lead to the same passage.
this door where you are,
loop
Torque,
around?
this door below you actually has like a bit of a hole in it. You can see through. You see toilets.
Oh.
Well,
Privy.
privy, yeah.
Don't need one of those right now. Although we've met a few guards that apparently did.
They didn't quite make it there.
I guess I'll scout ahead while Flick scouts ahead in the other one just to see if they like loop around on each other.
Okay.
I see a door here. Torque is going to look at this and he's gonna like look and be like, what kind of signal could I send to Flick to see if our chambers are connected? And he's gonna stop for a second to think about it and then let out a sigh.
Dinar, you hear the sigh.
He's going
on the side of the
to
door.
begrudgingly extend his arm towards the door, and he's going to shave in a haircut and then waits to see if Flick does the 2 bits.
He comes running, just pelting down the hallway. 2 bits. Completely Roger Rabbit going on here. That's
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's a whole long hallway with a bunch of more doors. I don't know if there's anything back here though.
I think there's
Please.
a door up here as well. Is there a door or is this just a dead end?
That's just a dead end,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a dead end? Okay, I'll come join you here then.
No, I've heard some tales in ancient taverns of various places that one does not simply walk through more doors. So perhaps we should be careful.
Now this, if my mental geography is right, would lead back into the room we were just in with the where we did the fight.
That is correct.
Awesome. I'm going to open that door.
So we don't have any minotaurs in the party.
Oh, man.
And I'm gonna go to where Buddy Guy had the bell hanging up here.
Mm-hmm.
How loud was this thing? I think it was pretty loud, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ring it
have you-
again. Hey, bing, 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 bing. Does anyone come running? It's like that's process of elimination here. Have we cleared out this spot or not? Let's bring them to us. I'm tired of walking.
Flick.
Torque, you hear from behind this door up where Serena is. Oh, bloody hell.
Torque is just going to quickly move into position to try and like get the drop on this guy when they open the door.
Strategy, I'm telling you.
He's just gonna make a beeline for it.
Is this door here?
Get him!
Oh, is this the door? Or? I
Yeah.
can't see very well with the dynamic lighting, so Torque is just gonna press himself up against the wall, like right beside the door, and just like wait to see what happens.
As the door opens, one of the other thugs just kind of steps out and goes,
Do we attack?
it's just frozen. like looking at you, looking at Torque, Serena, and Dinar. Like the three of you are all just like there, and just like,
Torque is gonna grapple.
okay.
As I, old Mark, you soon will die, and we say
He's gonna have
so,
a
and we know so.
disadvantage on this because he's kind of.
And you won't be bothering us no more, oh poor
That's a
old
6.
Merc.
Okay, I got a 23.
So you just like reach out and grab him. He's just like,
Yeah, grab him, spin him around, kind of put him in the hold where he has like one arm pinned behind his back, and then the other one I just like have kind of around his neck, and then I'm just gonna walk him forward into the room.
Behind him, in one of a series of cages, you see a beaten and bloodied grun
Oh, that's right.
that has been captured and is just kind of like
They
He's
live on
so
this
cute.
island
pulled up
too.
and like looking out the cage, and as you walk in, just kind of goes.
He's so cute.
Torque is gonna like just stick out his head from behind the guard that he's holding, and he's gonna say, do you speak common? He's gonna try again in Aquan, in Primordial.
Doesn't seem to understand.
Dinar,
What?
do you have some spelly nonsense that can make us understand other gibberish?
I have it prepared, but I don't have a lot of energy left for this.
The thug in your hands, Torque, has passed out.
If there's someone we need to talk to, I can understand
geez.
people.
Torque is gonna drop this guy to the ground and then just step over him, make his way over. Is he the only one currently in a cage at the moment?
You do unfortunately see the wizard corpses of a couple of other ones.
Mm.
It appears that
Other grung.
growing, yes. So it would appear that perhaps a scouting party or something of theirs had been captured, and this is the only one left alive. And as you approach, you kind of like crouches back in the cage, just like.
All right, we got a couple minutes here. I can at least.
Yeah, Torque will step back and let you, because I feel like if I just try and like smash the lock, that'll be seen as like a threatening gesture.
All right, so first off, it's like I'm gonna say, hands up and get him to calm down. I gotta look around, see if I got any. Anyone got any frog food on him? What's this guy gonna eat? I don't know. I'll pull something out of my bag that's possibly edible and sort of hold it out to him and say,
Kind of snatches it. It's like.
Awesome. All right, Serena, you get to work on the lock
He even
here.
eats disgustingly cute.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'll at least be able to understand him. Gonna ritual cast comprehend language. It's gonna take me 10 minutes, but we can fart with a lock while we're doing that. He can have a little snack, and then at least be able to understand what he's saying.
Serena kind of looks at the you guys, like looks out at the guard, reaches down, pulls up a keyring. Wouldn't this be a lot easier?
I mean, I said handle the lock. That's handling the lock. Well done.
Tosses it to you, Torque. Just.
I guess, yeah, Torque will unlock the cage.
No, you don't always have to be a show off.
I wasn't showing off. It's just a simpler, I've learned to look for the easier way. Saves the effort, saves the hassle. Why pick a lock when you have a key?
The fun of it.
I see. All right, so 10 minutes go by.
Steadfastly ignoring her as I'm busy. All right. Okay. Hey, little guy, do you understand me?
You speak grung.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. No, I don't. but I can understand what you're saying. So if you understand me, I don't know what's going on.
You green, not grung.
Call me cousin.
Cousin.
Perfect.
For clarification, we can hear
Yeah.
what Flick's saying, but not what the Grung can say. Not the
Yeah,
Grung can say,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will
we still hear the
be-
grunt.
It's weird that he's still the Grung's still speaking broken English even when like magically translated. You think that he'd be like just
That's,
fully erudite?
I mean, that's the
That's no
cinematic
fun.
thing.
Come on.
Grung has a British accent for some reason.
It's like, well, I do say, Chop, thanks for breaking me out. Yeah.
Just monocle out of nowhere.
Excellent.
Right, so then, well, I'm
That's,
glad
they do
that
that in
nasty
the
business is
they
behind
do
us.
that. They do that in the Warcraft movie with the orcs.
You safe?
Yeah, absolutely. We're all friends here. Hopefully the food was good. Listen, sorry about
Yes,
your pals.
friends.
Hey, we're gonna show you how to get out of here. And
No, I know.
you been
We
around
grab-
here?
Grung, we know this stone place. We be here many times before they come.
Oh, sweet. Listen, we are looking for a lady in here. So another tall one, like
It looks over you at Serena.
That not lady?
nah, it's not so pointy in the ears, more like and I point at Talon, like him, but a girl. Right? Is that not what Tanshu?
Oh yeah, what
She's
is
human,
Tanchu?
right?
Tancha's human, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I not
So-
see this level. Maybe below.
Hello. Huh.
Old place.
Yeah. So yeah, here's the if you were gonna take somewhere somewhere important, where's the important thing here? Is that down below?
Oh yeah. Dark chamber. It's bad magic down there.
All right. Little guy says no, sorry. What's you got a name there, little green fella?
Tika.
His name now.
Tika.
Tika.
All right. Little Tika here says we need to go down. That's where the important place is.
Down. We haven't seen any stairs that go down.
We've seen stuff that goes up.
Yeah.
We gotta find a
Tika.
way down.
I show you. You have
Eh.
more food.
And I sort of chuck him on the shoulder. That's why we brought you along, kid. Of course I got food. Hey, does the key guy have food on him as well? That'd be awesome.
Torque will produce some of his rations.
Just like inhales it.
Dry.
Just swallows it whole like a real frog.
Yeah.
Nope.
Any fish?
I think Torque's rations probably would be like mostly like dried fish.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Mhm.
I show you.
What he's used to, you know.
Tika show you. Yeah.
Yeah. Lead on, man.
Looks over at where the guard's down.
More of them. You take care of them. They gone.
Oh, we take care of them. Don't you worry. Any more come, we'll crack their heads just the same.
You see walking bones.
Yeah, we handled some of them too. They ain't pretty. Did they try and get in your heads? No, the walking bones just left you alone. Interesting.
They
It was fairly obvious to us that it was only after we destroyed their bodies that they attempted to possess us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, Tika show you.
Yeah.
We lead to you go back out to big room. I follow you there. If they all dead, they gone, then I show you way.
This
Good deal.
oh.
Let's go, man. And
All
just
right.
as we're going, I will just throw insight on this just to make sure he's not,
Yeah, sure. Give me an insight. Go for it.
because I want to believe, but trust but verify. That's
Right.
Very, very grateful and willing to help since you literally saved his life. So yeah, he's
I figured as much. So just due diligence,
After all,
the fact that
as-
you can understand him too, and you're
Yeah.
green and about his size, he's very excited about that. So
as Flick would know, it's not easy being green.
it's not easy being green.
I am
I thought about giving
disappointed
him a
that
Kermit accent. I'm like, no,
I would have respected you so much.
I know, but it was too easy to do. I didn't want to do it for him. We'll save
It's
it
all
for
right.
We'll save it for the growing leader
It's okay, Craig. So someday you'll find that rainbow connection.
someday. He needs to get home to his piggy wife. All right. With Tika, so as you head back out to the main chamber, why don't we take a break at the moment here, and we will pick up as Tika leads the way forward from here. So we will take a short break to get some food, just like Tika did, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. Stay tuned.
Oh,
Hey, Elder Brain Collective. If you've been enjoying our live stream D&D campaign and want to support us, there are many ways you can do just that, and we would be super grateful. Seriously, it'd be awesome. First, of course, make sure you're following us on Twitch. Once we get our 50 followers goal, we can make our stream even better with subscriber perks. Then, be sure to follow our Twitter account. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post stream VODs as well as additional content coming soon. Of course, you can listen to audio transcripts of our stream on Podbean if that's your preference. Of course, you'll miss out on our handsome faces, but you get our incredible voices, so it's pretty good. You want to hang out with the collective and chat D&D and, well, everything else? Head over to our Discord server. It's open to anyone who wants to join. Finally, we've just launched our Patreon page, which is the optimum and best way to support us. That's redundant, optimum is best. Each tier gets you additional perks, including exclusive Discord emotes, monthly digital content, behind-the-scenes info and creature stats, and, for the truly faithful, you can even gain power over the PCs in-game, live on stream, and have an impact on what happens next. I think that's pretty awesome. We'd love your support. You can find the links to all of our sites on our link tree. Check out linktr.ee/elderbrain, linktree/elderbrain. We hope to see you joining us soon as a member of the collective. Happy gaming, everyone.
Whispers in the window are angry waves. Way over the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean slaves. Way over the sea of souls. Hey, ho, the sea of souls. Way over the sea of souls. Oyster sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey, oh, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way, oh, the sea of souls. Way, oh, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey, oh, it's the sea of souls. Hey, oh, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
Greetings, wary travelers. My name is Mike, and I will be playing the role of Dinar Neurixius, Dragonborn wizard on the Sea of Souls. Allow me to get into character and we can learn a little bit more about this pale golden dragon.
Being chosen is supposed to be a good thing. Chosen by the gods to serve a purpose. However, it can mean facing a life alone. I was born in our homeland, Drakor, in the east. And though these scales are supposed to be a blessing, I was reviled by so many. I could see their jealousy, could feel their stares. My own people shunned me, and so I left. I still drew stares when I arrived in Stormhaven. It's hard to miss these scales. But the dwarves were far more accepting of me. I learned I could put my magic to good use out on the seas, so I served aboard a ship, adding my arcana to their arsenal. Maybe one day I'll return home. Maybe they will welcome me as Verithan's champion. Or at least, as kin. For now, though, life among the Gungrim is good. I am used to standing out here, used to towering over this good folk. But what they lack in size, they make up for in heart.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I play the goblin Flick Dogslicer, an Eldritch Knight fighter. Once upon a time, there was a goblin named Flick. That's me. He was a good egg, but as a recently emancipated man, he didn't necessarily have the finest grasp on the rules of free society, and often ended up on the wrong side of the law. So anyway, I'm in this back alley, minding my own business, rooting through the trash, when this old guy in a blue dress and a big floppy hat with stars and crap all over it comes out of nowhere screaming, "Oh my god, it's a goblin," and starts shooting fire out of his hands at me. So I shanked him. I didn't mean to kill him per se, but, heat of the moment and all that. Now even I knew how this would play out with the guard, so I'm looking for a quick escape. But this old guy didn't even have the courtesy of carrying a coin purse, just this big stupid book. So, yoink, and I beat feet to the pier and sign aboard the first ship that's looking for crew. Long story short, with enough time and patience, even a bozo like me can figure out a little magic from that big old book. I joined a good crew and enjoy my life as a seafaring mercenary, trying to keep ahead of the law and maybe make a coin or two for myself. The end. By Flick.
Greetings, tale seekers and story watchers. I am Devon, medieval enthusiast and D&D veteran since my 11th birthday when I received the 3rd edition starter set. Led to a bit of a collection. I will be playing the part of Tayland Wavesinger, human bard and mariner, master of the weaponized sea shanty. Oh, it'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. Tayland is a man slowly being consumed by his own faults. He drinks far too much, and has quite a ruthless disposition against those he dislikes. But he still tries to do what's right when he can. As for his goals, well, I'll let him tell you. Oh, me name is Tayland Wavesinger, and I quickly tell to you of a man that I am a-hunting across the ocean blue, with power over the sea and sky. Believe me when I say that when I finally find the bastard, it'll be his last day.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man. Down to a sunless sea.
Torque is a Tortle barbarian, presumed to be the sole survivor of the Loggerhead tribe. Even by Tortle standards, Torque is a taciturn individual, never deigning to use 5 words where 2 will suffice, and as such has been less than forthcoming in sharing his personal history with his compatriots. What is known of Torque is that he was discovered on a remote island by a passing merchant vessel, having apparently been marooned there for some years in the wake of a shipwreck which destroyed the rest of his tribe. It is for this reason that Torque holds a special reverence for Desfuna, goddess of the ocean, whom he believes spared his life in the ocean storm that decimated his kin. Having spent the better part of a decade in near total isolation, Torque is unfamiliar with the ways of the modern world, and his social skills are somewhat lacking.
It is perhaps for this reason that he has chosen to align himself with allies who are blessed in the gift of gab, as he continues on his pilgrimage, the destination of which is unknown even to himself. Hi everyone, my name is Jack, and I am not a professional voice actor or performer by any means. However, I do have a serious passion for tabletop RPGs, and I hope that you enjoy this upcoming game as much as we're going to enjoy playing it.
And welcome back. All right. So as you make your way back into the sort of main chapel chamber, or whatever this place is with the statues and the like, Tika kind of takes a look around and walks over to one of the thugs that's down and just like kicks it a couple times, and you see a little bit of a sniffle, like a
Tika family. Tika friends.
Hey, Flick, you ever going to tell us what he's saying?
Sure. He likes us.
Oh, great. Well, of course he does.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
and looks over his shoulder at that, like,
Yeah.
That's
You saved me.
reassuring.
I will give them the gist of everything that's been said so far, just to get
Sure.
them up to speed.
So wait,
All
he
right.
knows his way around?
He knows his way around here. He's going to show us
Oh,
where
great.
the important room is, where I'm assuming either Tantu's being held, or that's where we're going to find Eddard, and we can kick his butt
Well,
and take our time.
Isn't it incredibly convenient that we found him first?
Darn tootin'.
so Fleck, Tika tells you that there's a way that the grung usually get down. He's not sure if it will work for you guys. And he knows of another way, a secret. They know there's a wall, like an entrance that they haven't been able to open. So there's a well that it's a dry well, and it leads down, like it's kind of a small hole, and they've used that to get down to explore the lower levels, and it's kind of up to the left, like up and left.
Okay.
Or there's a secret wall, basically. And he kind of points back in the direction where Serena came from, and Serena's like, I'm assuming if you like relay all this, she's like,
Yep.
see, I told you. I didn't have time to check for everything. So what is it? Do we drop down a well or find a hole in a wall?
Well, real fast.
Well, okay, all right, here we go.
All right, Tika, just before we commit to anything, I'm just going to quickly minor illusion a circle on the floor. How big is the well? I'm going to put the circle around Torque. Is it this big?
No.
Yeah, we're going the other way.
As much
Little
as
guy's not going to fit in the hole.
much as we
My
can walk
apologies.
water,
Down the
it's
hole.
maybe smart to go through something we can walk through.
Yeah, I'm guessing that you're not quite feeling like reducing us all to sizes that are slightly smaller, right?
I can only do that to one person, and I can only do that one more time.
And
Best to hold on to our magic for now, then.
I would agree.
This way.
All right.
And he just kind of walks. He's gonna follow. Do. I'll move you guys over there just so it's a little bit easier. Let's read him behind here.
Oh, you certainly made quick work of the opposition here, Serena.
I mean, that's what I do. There's a couple more up there as well. A secret entrance that the stairs were hidden down here from a cellar, and a lot more bodies up top. But let's not talk about that at the moment. Flick, can your little friend tell us what we're looking for down here?
All right, Tika, spill. Where's the secret wall? And he's pointing behind him, like here.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look.
Oh, looks like you did miss something, Serena.
Well, you know, ladies in a hurry and all. Can't be seeing everything.
Oh.
Well, why don't you go first then and show me how good you are at finding secret entrances?
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm
right there.
terrible at this.
It's right there.
If I must, very well.
Serena, you'll have to forgive us. We've been through quite a lot in the last couple of hours.
Oh, really?
I
I
mean-
hadn't noticed.
This is also just kind of a typical day for us.
And besides,
It's a moment
you're
she
part
kind of
the
looks. She
You
like
gotta-
isn't like not even listening at this point. She just kind of looks at the wall and just. The pattern of stone is a little bit off there. See where the seams should align. Not
Yeah,
quite.
exactly.
crew. Yeah, what she
Run my
said.
finger down. Here we are. And she pushes like the side of a stone that kind of like slips to the side and turns, and then she like pulls it down, and actually physically has to like move the stone aside.
You know, she's incredibly handy to have around.
Shall I go through first then?
Yeah,
Wow.
maybe you should stop trying to tick her off.
Oh, looks like we
Nah.
found a prison. Curious.
Torque will just gently motion for Serena to step aside, like not gonna actually like push her or anything, but just kind of like indicate that I would like to step through, please.
After you. Tika
Yeah.
actually comes in right behind you, Torque, and just like,
Torque will step through.
Torque, you hear. Flick, Tika's basically saying there's
See, bad smell. Bad smell, deep, cold.
Sorry, deep, cold, or deep and old?
Both.
Huh. Yeah, let's be cautious here. And Dee, we're not being mean to Serena. We're just busting her chops because she's part of the crew now. That's
Exactly.
All right, that's fair.
Holding his maul in both hands, Torque will just kind of like squat low to the ground, and we'll just attempt to try and like move through here stealthily if possible.
It doesn't seem like this place is currently used. There's just a lot of dust inside the cells. You can see some like a couple of them have old remains. One has like some old tattered clothing. There don't seem to be any current occupants.
Okay, so another dead end, unfortunately.
And Tika kind of walks around sniffing around.
Oh, but it looks like there's another hallway this way.
There is another hallway up there, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta kind of move
continuing-
yourself up, yeah.
Continuing to move stealthily as possible, Torque will move forward.
Tika seems to just kind of stiff in the air.
What are these that we're seeing on either side of us, Craig? Are these just empty cells?
They are empty cells, yeah. So there's like iron bars.
Are there any signs of like recent habitation?
Give me
recent
an
occupancy?
investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Well, that's going to be a 12 total.
It does seem that somebody's been in here. The torches are lit, for one. And it does seem that somebody has come all the way to the end here to light this torch, indicating that there has been recent passage. That's all you can deduce at the moment, though. So,
Right. So this hallway ends in another dead end.
Hey, Serena, do you see any misaligned patterns on this exterior wall here?
Dinar will point to the long, flat hallway at the end.
not there, but this wall, which points to the south of hers, like, I smell water.
Oh,
that might just be us.
that could be the little river that we crossed over.
Also that.
River. There's a river down here. Interesting. No, I don't see anything else around here.
Are we sure there isn't any kind of hidden wall behind one of these cells? Maybe we should be extremely thorough. There's been a lot of those here lately. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple more.
Tayland or Fleck, or both of you, I guess, because you guys have the perception abilities. One to be hearing, one maybe more just kind of general perception. You guys can make some checks if you would like.
Certainly.
With advantage, I'm assuming.
If you were listening, yes, you can use your advantage, Fleck.
Right. 23.
I'll just take a look around with my keen eyes. Ooh,
okay.
Only a 14.
Flick, you hear kind of a crumble of stone, splash of water. It's coming from like right where Torque is.
Hey,
You kind of hear like a faint draft as well, like a.
The floor gonna give way beneath Torque?
I certainly would hope not.
Hey, little guy, give me the wall here. I gotta.
Torque will just sort of sidestep and let you do your thing.
All right.
Torque, as you step into that cell,
Yes.
you can open the door and you step in, and you step down on the floor, and it makes kind of a hollow sound, like a.
Torque will just kind of look at Talon because Talon seems to have a eureka moment here.
False floor. Told you.
What you got underneath you there, little guy?
I'm certainly eager to find out. I guess I'll just kind of feel around for like a trap door or anything like that.
Or like a latch or something, yeah.
Fairly easy. Once you're kind of in there and you kind of feel around, and now you can kind of see signs of recent vault-like activity where there's some like scuff marks, and you can see like handprints in the dust, and you can kind of see the edges now of what looks to be a trapdoor, and you manage to kind of like slide the stone away, like it kind of recedes into the wall, and underneath it there's a wooden trapdoor that then like unlatches and lifts up. And underneath, you see a spiral staircase leading down, and it is dark.
Archie blows.
All right.
And this trapdoor is actually big enough to accommodate my bulk, right?
It is, yes. Yeah, you can fit down here. There is no light. It is completely dark.
That's easy enough to fix.
I don't suppose any of you magic types could give me a bit of light for my way down.
Sure. I'll cast light on Paige, and Paige will perch on Torque's shoulder.
Okay. And then Torque will drop down.
Dinar will bring up the rear, and he'll flash up his scales as well, just so we've got lots of light.
center, so I have lots of ability to see.
Before you guys go down, like Flick, Tika kind of says to you,
I don't need to come down there.
I was about to say, if this smells like the right way, then you have done more. How can we tell your people that we know you? I want to exchange. You would tell them about us?
I tell them.
You are awesome.
You're a grung friend. You be welcome.
Sweet deal. Do your people have a traditional handshake? Then
you should not touch our skin.
Oh.
It's poison for you.
Well, that's unfortunate. Guess high fives are out too then. All right. See you around, kid. Thanks for the help.
Thank you for saving me.
Yeah. We might be in a rush and we're on our way out. Hopefully we'll be able to find you and say a proper goodbye, but we got some more bad guys to go kill.
Tika, remember you. Grung friends now. We help you.
That's awesome.
If you need help, you come find us.
It's a date.
I take it he's not much of a toucher.
Not a hugger. No, this guy is a poison skin, apparently. That's a new one.
So I should not hug him.
Yeah, no. Let's
Gotcha.
well, social distance, wave goodbye, and
would you have done that even if he wasn't?
I mean, he's so cute.
all right. So who's somebody giving light here?
Yeah, with Paige a light on his shoulder, Torque will drop down the trapdoor first.
All right, because you cast light on Paige.
Yes, Paige is not on fire. That's not what I meant.
And Dinar will bring up the rear with his scales lit up.
I'll take center point so I can actually see what's going on.
I'm assuming Serena is coming with us.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get Paige and put some light on. And you cast light on that. It's 20 feet?
Yes. 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim.
20 feet dim. Correct. Okay, so Paige will be there.
And Dinar's inner light is only 10 foot.
So we will move you to the next layer. You descend into the depths. I don't have you guys in the right order here, but
yeah, we can sort it out.
Wish we knew there was a second level before we expended all of our resources.
I would have hurled a lot more fire bolts if I'd known.
We our hands were a bit tied there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're okay.
So as you descend,
I still got a couple things.
As you descend down these stone steps, a couple of them kind of actually like crack a little bit and give, but you do see footprints in the dust and the debris. Some what look like drag marks as well. So somebody has definitely been down here recently. It takes you down about a good 40 or 50 feet into a much worse off looking chamber where there's large cracks and crevices in the ground that have split open. Parts of the wall have crumbled, lots of decay. And with the little bit of light that you have, and Dinar with your dark vision as well, as you descend the stairs, you can see two sentry figures sitting in the room. One to the south appears to be guarding a door, another one off by a statue. Their skin is gray and pulled taut against bone underneath, and you can see the hollow blackness of their eyes. These are not living individuals, but they are aware. They don't move yet. As you descend the stairs, they just kind of stand there. They are holding quite elaborate looking spears, actually, that have gold tips. Like full sentry just standing on guard.
Dinar will point out what he's seeing with a whisper.
Well,
Trillium, I'm thinking the exact same thing. What even are those? That's a great question.
They are
What are those?
maybe not the friendliest.
All right.
We go say hi.
Torque is just going to step forward just to kind of protectively stand in front of the squishies.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw if you would, please.
My danger sense would give me advantage on that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Allow that.
Okay. So with advantage, that is going to be an 18.
Okay. So as you kind of step forward and one foot steps on a loose stone and the floor kind of breaks a little bit there, you manage to like pull your foot back as the hole opens up, and you can hear stone falling deep below. These crevices seem to go deep. And parts of the floor here are definitely unstable. As you step forward and that kind of cracks and you step sort of more into the center of the room, both the sentries just kind of spear up and turn in your direction. And you see their eyes go blink with a purple light.
That was the same
We're
light
going
that was
to
in
roll
the
initiative.
animated skeletons up above.
All right.
So the question then is this what was controlling them, or are these more of...
I think Craig said last time that the fact that we've all either been possessed or succeeded against possession means that we're like immune for 24
Correct.
hours.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
true.
correct.
Yeah, you're right.
You are
Oof, that's low initiative for me. I only got an 11.
Let's see.
23.
We're gonna have to push Serena down a hole, but that's okay.
She says she seemed like she seemed to think she was
quite
fine.
confident. Yes. All the more reason for her to roll a pair of ones on her save with advantage or something. Yeah. So.
All right. Fleck, you've got
did
the jump.
Serena roll initiative?
Oh, no. Thank you for reminding me.
All right.
12, not great. As you see them react to Torque, you're ready to go.
I'm assuming that these are the unstable looking portions of the floor.
Yes.
I need to real fast look up jumping then, don't I? Because I want to, you can jump a number of feet equal to your strength score?
Yes, correct.
With a 10-foot run up.
With a 10-foot run up, yeah. If you're just standing, it's half.
So I can jump over those two and land there.
Yep, that'll work.
Okay.
You land, yep. The floor, like there's some stones kind of skitter a little bit as you land.
Okay. And then I have, that was 25 feet. So I got one more square movement, so I'll end up. Actually, you know what? Paige will come in and help, and then fly over here. So we got nice light in the middle of the room. I will booming blade this cat, and then we'll see what I do with my last square. So this is with advantage because of the help. Ugh. 11's not going to do anything, is it?
11 is not going to hit. They're fairly well armored.
Well, I guess I will. All right, bonus action, hit him again.
Hey.
That seems much more likely to hit.
That seems
Natural 20. Yeah, there you go.
I really wish that had been on the boom blade, but
Yeah.
you can still enjoy 13 points of damage.
We'll take what we can get.
Yep.
And then I'm going to action surge and whip him 2 more times.
Because that 13 damage there is what I'm seeing.
So action surge and 24 and a 27. So probably 2 more hits.
Yeah.
And,
You go, Flick.
Fury the Small goes on the first one. So that is 17 damage on that one.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then another 8 on the last one.
The light in the eyes just flickers and goes out as the body inside the armor just seems to kind of crackle and turn to dust. And as the armor falls, it like starts to immediately kind of deteriorate and turn to rust.
All right.
Drop the first one.
A lot less concerned now.
They're
not quite as burly as they looked.
Yeah.
And my last square movement, I'll just menacingly step on the next one. Go, all right, you're next. Leatherface. And
that was significant.
That's quite a turn.
Talon.
I don't know if I can follow that up.
Yeah, you watch Flex for Oaks and it's like,
oh yeah, I guess it was.
All right.
What is that? 38
I'm just gonna
points of damage. That's
yeah.
Try and keep my distance.
Significant.
It took a lot to do it, but yeah.
I'm gonna from where I'm positioned on the stairs, I'm just gonna kind of kneel down and gather what little bits of salt are down here, as well as what's just encrusted to my body, feed into the chamber of the gun, and let's do this.
I imagine
Nice,
you can like
shot.
take some from your personality as well and use that.
Yes, absolutely.
There we go.
Metaphysical. 14.
14 does not hit.
Aha.
Hits
That's
the armor and just
unfortunate.
bursts apart.
Wow.
Well, you showed him who's boss.
I certainly did. Is anybody desperate for healing right now?
I've still got like 40% of my health. I'm fine.
Okay.
Do
Then
it.
I think that'll be it for me then.
Fresh as a daisy.
Dinar?
I'm trying, okay?
Um,
I don't think Flick has ever been fresh as a daisy in his life.
Also true.
Or if he is, he quickly remedies it by rolling in some dirt.
Well, I might have eaten the daisies, but you know that's.
Where I am on the stairs, do I got to get to the bottom before I can move into the room?
They're open.
Oh, okay.
You could like hop off of it if you want. Like it kind of goes down. It went down, and then as it comes down to the chamber, it's just like open on the sides.
All right.
No
So I was
railing.
gonna go
OSHA violation. Jeez.
Down one
No
more,
railing.
5, 10, 15 into the corner here. And from here, I think Dinar's going to be a little bit more sparing, so he's going to get a little motive fire and throw a firebolt at the still standing animated thing.
Okay.
So let's make an attack. That's a natural 1.
Ooh.
That ain't great.
No.
Hey, Flick, I'll pay for your chiropractor, okay?
Ouch.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
All right. Serena, who's kind of up on the stairs. Oh, look at that timing of music. Serena will not too sure about getting close to this thing at the moment, so she's just gonna take out her light crossbow. And she'll make an attack for 18, which will hit. 7 points of damage that it seems to resist. As she kind of looks and goes, huh. and her poison has no effect on it. So that's gonna be only 4. I wouldn't rely on anything piercing. Perhaps it's non-magical. I'm not sure. And poison seems to have no effect, but I mean, it is dead, so that makes sense. Talk. Go hit it,
Okay.
will you?
Torg is going to step back 5 feet, which will give him a running start so he can jump over this crevasse.
Sure.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
5, 10, and then jump 20, and then move forward. Once again, not raging, not reckless attacking.
You guys see as Torque lands, there's actually like imprints in the stone of his feet, like.
I'm just going to attempt 2 ordinary maul attacks.
There is nothing ordinary about your maul attacks.
The first one is going to be a non-natural 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. For big ol' 17 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Ooh, boy. Like break some of the armor and like see some of the ribs and the body just like actually go like crumbling.
And then I'll attempt to follow up as well.
Kayla's just gonna look over to
Second
Nar
attack.
and shrug, like, why are we even here?
Second hit is a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Fine with me. I'm spent.
For another 10 bludgeoning.
Your second swing just like cleaves like right through the head, just like shatters into dust as the armor drops and immediately turns to rust.
Torg will just look over his shoulder at the others and just say, "Tread carefully. The ground here is unstable."
What tipped you off? The giant gaping holes?
Yes. Just completely stone-faced.
Very
Yes.
observant.
Well, I don't think we want to stay in this room too long. Let's check this door.
Yep.
And I will point to the door that's on the south wall.
Can I like just gust of wind my way to leap over these cracks?
Yeah, you can do that.
Stormy oceans
They are
carry us
somewhat
to
athletic.
land
He's
we
only gotta
never
jump
know.
over.
Serena
11.
Serena does like a run and like dive roll and like rolls up against the side of the wall and then just kind of like hops and skips over. Oh, do you want me to do it again?
Sure.
Like
Get
you've
that
got
door
small
open.
fingers. Why don't you try it for a change? You're pretty good at this sort of thing, aren't you?
I mean, I'm not terrible, but I'm no trained professional. Sure, I'll give it a whirl. All right, here we go. Thieves' tools. Blam, 21.
All right. So the door is locked, but you do manage to pick it fairly easily. It looks like the locking mechanism you can see was recently added, but done somewhat hastily. So it wasn't really done with any sort of expertise. It was more just kind of like, let's just put this on here to get it locked.
Well, so
sort of
yeah,
thing.
when
And
you get these aftermarket locks, there's this little, it's really easy to get inside and just get the whole mechanism right off.
Serena kind of gives you a nod. Well done.
Gonna once again pull a little red feather out of my breast pocket and just bring out my familiar,
Okay.
because he's if I'm gonna be shooting a lot, I'm gonna want some some
help?
advantage.
Should Torque go through first, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, gonna gently step inside. Move forward a little bit just to get my bearings. So it looks like there's a door down here, and then what could be a very unstable passageway this way.
Yes. Yeah. So you do see the passage extends in front of you beyond what is more cracks in the floor. And the door to the south is solid stone. Seems to be in better condition than some of the floors and walls.
Torque will just step forward
Yeah.
and say, Flick, watch this corridor so that nothing comes through and surprises us.
You got it, Chief.
Is it time for the Torque School of Lock picking.
Well, I'm gonna try the stone door first to see if it's locked.
It does not appear to be locked.
Okay. Just gently push it open, getting ready to dodge in case there's something just directly pointed at us when I open.
Gotcha. Yep. You kind of push the door open, and even as you do, it just like kind of falls off of its hinges and just like crashes to the ground and shatters apart.
Huh.
Seemingly barely still held up. The room beyond is in really bad shape. Some magical torches do seem to kind of light up at your arrival. Like on the other side of the room, you can't quite see their source, but light does kind of emanate. And it just illuminates a floor that is like riddled with cracks and crevices and gaping holes. Parts of the wall have just completely crumbled. You can see ceiling. There's like gaps in the ceiling where stone has collapsed as well.
Are we sure this is the right way? I don't see how anyone could even just casually walk around down here.
Is there enough space for Torque to just kind of step forward 5 feet just to get a fuller view of the room?
Yeah. You could. I would say you can kind of see where the crevice edges, so you'd have to like step through gingerly, but then you can kind of step in and get a better view of things.
Does it seem like there's any doors in this room, or does it just kind of, is this just sort of like a dead end chamber?
You don't see any doors, but give me a perception check.
Okay.
Gold.
Oh, that's pretty good. 23.
Nice. So it does seem that some of the holes in the wall are actually quite large. There's like crevices that have opened up, but the walls are cracked, and you can. It almost looks like a couple of them, like a few of them down here, go somewhat deep into the wall, where some of them are just like surface cracks. A few of them seem like the stone or the dirt or whatever it is beyond the walls has actually opened up as well.
So am I looking at open tunnels or just like caved in?
It might be. It looks like there's gaps that have opened up. You're not sure where they would go or how big they are, but those are the only other openings in the room. There's no other doors. There's just a lot of cracks and openings in the wall.
Perhaps one of the flyers could scout ahead.
You do see here too that the wall just off to your side here has like cracked right open and actually leads to the other passage that you were looking down.
Oh, so this like loops back around into this room?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be just kind of going forward as is. Okay, moving very gingerly, Torque will, move towards where those possible passages are without trying to disturb the floor too much.
So the one space that you'll have to walk through here, I will get you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Good thing I have advantage. 13.
You take a step and your foot like breaks right through, and thanks to your girth and size, you don't go too far, but you feel your foot actually kind of like dangling below as you like come down to your elbows, and you find yourself kind of like holding on the wall or onto the floor as your foot is like in open air beneath the floor.
Right. This is going to be interesting to navigate.
What do you think's down there?
Good question.
Should we send Paige to go find out?
Sure.
Since Willie's already bit it once today.
Exactly. Also, I can't bring him back if he dies again.
I'll send
Paige
the,
Okay.
just do a quick recce through the cracks just to
Sure.
see if there's anything down there worth investigating.
So it appears that there was some pocket cavern or something like far below that seems to have caused some instability here. Paige goes down a good like 100 feet. Ooh. And it's just open.
Huh. Yeah, we don't want to go down there.
Like it just drops off into seemingly nothing, or at least it goes much further down.
Yeah, big yawning abyss. That's save that for last. How's that sound? So yeah, there's some more cracks to investigate, or we just hop over this crevice and try the hallway where Dinara's standing now. Feels like I know, I'm just gonna take a quick peek up one of these crevices just to see if I can see anything.
That one appears to go in just a little bit and then kind of ends probably about like 8 feet or so in.
Anything
down.
Flick?
From where Paige is, it does look like this one seems to go in deeper, and there's some loose rubble and stone kind of within that. Looks like it might be movable, like it's just kind of collapsed, and you can see like just like pockets of like with Paige's light, there's like little pockets in that stone, like that you can kind of see some space beyond.
So it might be like a shortcut into another chamber kind of thing.
It looks like it's like a partial collapse, yeah.
Like a collapsed wall or something between the two. All right. And then to sort of survey the other, okay, the other ones look like they're just smaller cracks.
The other ones,
this
yeah,
one,
they don't seem to go anywhere.
Yeah, this one. So we got one. We've got a treacherous room, but a potential shortcut here, or we just sort of hop over this one gap here and go check out what's up there.
I think it might be worthwhile to check the safer route for now.
I would agree. Well,
It's true. We're spread fairly thin as it is.
Can Torque get out of the floor on his own?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then Dinar will take a 10-foot run and a 10-foot jump.
Yep. Strength 10, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, you can clear that easily enough.
One up on that. I've got a strength of 11, so
Oh,
Captain,
well.
watch out.
Aren't
Captain,
we
why do you
fancy?
keep running up ahead?
We need to keep moving forward.
Captain, I think you should really be maybe taking up the rear on this one. Is this okay to cross? Yeah, I guess we're all just going to cross. Okay.
Yeah, seems
There we
really
go.
good that way. So Serena jumps and does a slide and comes back up to her feet. Oh, look, another door.
Flick, would you like to listen in?
Sure. I think your perception's better than mine, but whatever. We'll do that. Oh, but I get advantage if I'm listening, so that might be the
That was sort of my thought as well, yeah.
Yeah, there's a 20 on the old listen at the door thing.
All right. It takes you a moment. You kind of sift through some of the noises. You can hear more kind of falling stone. And then you hear a voice. Male voice speaking quietly, but loud enough for you to hear. Kind of seems to be echoing off of the stone. Oh, come now, Auntie. That's no way to treat your favorite nephew. Well, it's too bad, isn't it? I was hoping that you could be a part of the big plans that we have here. So many changes coming. Well. Oh, you wound me so with such words. I guess you'll have to stay down here a little bit longer. Tell me, are you enjoying your company?
That's all what Flick's hearing, right?
Yeah. You don't hear the responding voice, but
Sure. But I hear his voice. It's like, hey, listen. Eddard Vale is in there. He
I
is,
first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier.
and we all know that he is yet another all-knowing chump who's been one step ahead of us all the way. And when we
Has
catch
he?
up with him, he's going to twirl his mustache and disappear. But he is talking to his dear auntie, which is Tika-chu, right?
Yeah.
And
we're aware.
he has implicated that there is a company for her down here. So my call is we let him skedaddle. We deal with whatever's guarding her, and then we just scram. Well, get her and scram.
That is
Quick
frustratingly
problem with
well
that.
thought out.
There might be one little crack in it, if you'll pardon the expression. This might be the only way out that we're currently standing in.
Well, that is... If we're going to have a hallway fight, then that's great. We'll just wait and see how he wants to leave.
This
And if
is
he meets us
exactly
at the
the thing.
door...
We could just straight up ambush him.
Torque is just going to move to the other side of the door here.
Well, that being said, I'm not sure what the chances are that this is the only way, because like I said earlier, like it seems pretty crazy that anyone could actually
come down this way.
Down this way reasonably, but it's not impossible.
Well, does it sound like he's making to leave, or is he...
Give me another perception check, since you've broken your attention. To conversate.
Could Torque try to listen in as well on this one?
You can, yeah. You can give me perception. No advantage for you.
No. I'm just a lonely turt with 15 in perception.
23?
Okay.
I'm like gangbusters here.
Yeah, Torque, you don't pick anything out. Fleck, you like hone in on that voice and kind of find its location, and it's like bouncing off of corridors. It's not directly across the door. It seems to be coming from somewhere further on. You finally pick up the second voice, very frail sounding, weak.
You are no nephew of mine. I don't know what you are, but you are not him.
Well, Auntie, just because we don't get along doesn't mean you need to call me not part of the family. I mean, that's cold. I mean, you and I are the only Vales left. That's got to count for something, doesn't it?
You are not a Vale. Eddard was a wretch. But he was not evil. You, I don't know what you are.
Oh, my dear Auntie. Sounds like you're catching a bit of a cold from being down in this musty place for so long. Hopefully it doesn't cause your death. Make yourself comfortable. You're going to be here a long, long time. Keep an eye on her, would you? You know the drill. And you hear nothing. A couple more coughs.
So that's interesting. And I'm wondering, now we've been dealing with spiritual possessions and whatever else going on down here. This is reminding me of oh God. So back home, my Uncle Scab's sister Edema.
Oh, here we go.
So she had this kid. Now we called him our cousin, my uncle's sister, cousin, whatever. His name was Bling. And because his ma worked in the overseer's office, he acted like he was one of the overseers. You ever have one of those kids, them, that because their moms are high up, they act like they're all that? We got a Bling situation going on here. Like, is Eddard Vale acting like he's all that just because he's friends with something that's actually powerful?
Well, we might not ever find out unless we,
Kick
do
in
a
the door
little
and
bit
kick his
of
butt.
asking.
Well, I guess the question is, are you guys up
You're
for this?
thinking he might be like Runix, where he seems like a standard jerk, but then as soon as you start engaging, he has awesome eldritch power.
This is my fear and suspicion, and I'm polling the group here. Are we up for a fight?
You think we might stab him and then just Black Goo will come out and then he'll look at us and laugh smugly and disappear?
I would hate it if that happened. Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Again, yes.
Kalen,
Oh boy.
during this conversation, you are mentally interrupted by a voice you haven't heard in a while.
Why don't you just walk through and find out, son? All this
We're not-
talk. I want some action.
Not gonna get anywhere by standing around here, are we? You want answers? Let's get them.
Hey, if you cats feel you're up to it, I'm always game to rumble. Let's do this.
I can get in a few good hits before I'm spent, but then I'm spent.
I've been
You're not gonna
saving
find-
myself. I've been saving myself for this. As Torque just grips the handle of his anchor a bit more
Oh,
tightly.
yeah, you've been gripped your anchor a lot lately. Is that what you've been saving your? Okay. Anyway, moving on. We're ready to kick in the door.
The voice continues telling and says,
You ain't gonna find what you think you are in there, son. Not our time yet.
Call me son.
I mean, that's what you are.
Who's gonna open the door?
Well, do we have any preparatory things anyone wants to do? We're just going to kick it in and.
Here, step aside. I'll blow the lock off.
Is there a lock? do we need to?
Yeah, is the door locked? Let's ask that.
If there's no
first.
lock, why is this a conversation? Let's go.
the door is not locked.
Okay, let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Fling the door
Okay.
open.
You fling the door open, and on the other
He
side,
flicks the door open.
flickety flicks. On the other side of the door, you find. Come on, drag door. Select door.
Make
Roll
doors
20.
open.
Select door.
The
Find
suspense.
seat with door.
Hallway.
Oh,
Ugh.
perfect.
And we will figure out what's further down the hallway next week.
Mm.
After 11 o'clock.
That'll get ya.
We're running 3 hours. We will pick up there next session.
Okay.
Where does it go? What's in the hallway?
It's a friggin' hall, man.
Find
in
out
the
next
box?
time. Find out next time.
Dinar,
Yes.
you would have picked up on the chaos emanating a little bit off of Talon for the moment there, since you've become a
Yeah.
little bit more attuned to it and have learned to recognize it. You see that aura almost as he, his demeanor like changes so suddenly, right? Where he's just like, listen, it's just like you've come to recognize that. So I'd say you would see that change.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just me getting my alignment checked.
Normally
Yeah.
so jovial, and then all of a sudden you shift to, let's just go forwards and shoot stuff.
Basically. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for that, especially for watching us live. We really appreciate that. Don't forget to check out our Patreon for some new goodies that we're going to be adding there, including our upcoming PDF full of content brainstorm. And don't forget to check out Heroes of CF. You can get your tickets now, sign up for that, and play D&D for a really awesome cause. And we will catch you next time. Happy gaming, everyone. Bye.
See ya.